Founded the same year as NASA, Florida Institute of Technology helped put the space in the Space Coast. Aerospace is in our DNA. It's what we did first, and it's what we do best.
Florida Tech is developing engineers with the skill sets foundational to the aerospace industry and companies like Northrop Grumman here on the Space Coast.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your industry go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for aerospace. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast. Florida Institute of Technology is building a new bridge for the Space Coast, the Health Sciences Research Center, a bridge between engineering and anatomy, math and medicine, software and soft tissue.
The healthcare industry depends on scientific advancement and innovation, and that's why having Florida Tech here on the Space Coast is so valuable.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your health go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for biomedical engineering and health sciences. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast. Disruptive innovation depends on secure data, and Florida Institute of Technology helps meet the demand for both. We dream in binary code. Information assurance is part of our programming.
When it comes to cybersecurity and AI, Florida Tech is a great asset to the Space Coast.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your future go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for cybersecurity and AI. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast. Florida Institute of Technology treasures its home near the Indian River Lagoon and Atlantic Ocean. Seawater flows through our veins. Through in-depth marine research, we make waves.
Having Florida Tech as part of our community allows us to do world-class research along the Indian River Lagoon.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and the local environment go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for marine science and ocean engineering. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast.
If 2020 has taught us anything, is that we must rise together through adversity.
Whether it's a global pandemic, racism, or social injustice, we can only get through these challenges if we work together.
Here at Florida Tech, we're one of the most diverse universities in the world.
There are over 30 states and 30 countries represented in our athletics department alone.
Us Panthers come in many different sizes and colors and express ourselves differently based on gender, sexual orientation, religion, or cultural beliefs.
Our diversity is our greatest strength here at Florida Tech.
We must rise together and be leaders on our campus and in our community.
Together we rise to keep our fellow Panthers, campus, and community safe during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Together we rise to make sure everyone feels empowered to be themselves.
Together we rise to make sure everyone receives equal treatment.
Together we rise to fight bigotry and hate.
No matter the obstacles, we must rise together to embrace our different strengths as one Panther family. As Panthers, together we rise.
Together we rise.
So why are you at PBA?
Because I wanted to be in a Christian environment.
Because I love the community.
A million opportunities for me to get involved.
I really find myself growing here in my walk with God.
Because Palm Beach Atlantic University is anchored in faith,
anchored in values,
anchored in truth.
We educate, mentor, pray for our students
so they can confidently
launch.
Designated hitter. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, a freshman from Tampa, Florida, number 11, J.D. Urso. Urso, shortstop. Batting eighth and catching, a sophomore from Riverview, Florida, number 18, Josh Rulai. Rulai, catcher. Batting ninth and playing center field, a junior from Tampa, Florida, number 6, Jose Cadenas. Cadenas, center field. Starting on the mound this evening for the Spartans, a junior from Clearwater, Florida, number 4, Michael Paul. Paul, pitcher. The head coach of the Spartans is Joe Urso. He is assisted by Sam Militello, Jose Jimenez, Scott McNulty, and Mark Johnson. And now here is the starting lineup for your Florida Tech Panthers. a senior from Western Florida, number 4, Raul Quintero. Quintero, shortstop. Batting second and playing left field, a junior from Oakville, Ontario, Canada, number 6, Jacob Newton. Newton, left field. Batting third and playing second base, a senior from Tampa, Florida, number 27, Rodney Bernard. Bernard, second base. Batting cleanup and playing third base, a junior from Miami, Florida, number 13, Paul Castillo. Castillo, third base. Batting fifth and playing right field, a junior from Rockledge, Florida, number 28, Brett Parrish. Parrish, right field. Batting sixth as the designated hitter, a sophomore from Barranquilla, Colombia, number 23, Diego Garcia. Garcia, designated hitter. Batting seventh and playing first base, a junior from Satellite Beach, Florida, number 2, Alec Eldridge. Eldridge, first base. Batting eighth and catching, a senior from Gainesville, Florida, number 9, Blaze Maris. Maris, catcher. Batting ninth and playing center field, a freshman from Boca Raton, Florida, number 22, Sam Schnurr. Schnurr, center field. And starting on the mound this evening for the Panthers, a senior from Barranquilla, Colombia, number 15, Boris Villa. Villa, pitcher. The head coach of the Panthers is Greg Winkelmeier. He is assisted by Jeff Tam and Kenton Herring. The athletic trainer is Alex Snow. Umpires for today's game behind the plate is John Alvin, and on the bases is DJ Breitner. All right, do you have the anthem ready? Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem.
Florida Tech Baseball is on the air this afternoon from Andy Semitic Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. We have an absolutely beautiful late afternoon weather for this Sunshine State Conference matchup as the Tampa Spartans pay a visit to Melbourne to take on your Florida Tech Panthers. And a pleasant late good afternoon, everyone. J.C. Meyerholtz with you on the Panther website, FloridaTechSports.com, along the SSC Digital Network. Well, Florida Tech lost their season opener to Lynn, but they have not lost any since. They have won 6 in a row. They are red hot, 6-1 overall, 5-1 in the Sunshine State Conference. Their last game was 2 nights ago up in Winter Park. They defeated Rollins 6-5. Florida Tech led 6-1 going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and then Rollins proceeded to score 2 in the bottom of the 7th, 2 in the bottom of the 8th to make it a really close outcome at the end, but Florida Tech holding on in the end for the 6-5 victory. In that game, Greg Winkelmeier went pretty much pitching by committee. 7 pitchers pitched, and nobody pitched the usual 5 innings that you would need to qualify for a win. So you picked the best pitcher out of the group who did the best job, and it turned out to be Matt Tanena. He picked up the win in relief of Joey Heck and ahead of about 5 other relievers. Alex Carpenter picked up his 2nd save of the season. And for Tampa, well, they're the defending national champions going back to 2019. Of course, last year, no national champion due to the pandemic. Tampa season last year ended up with a 15-7 mark. They were 4-2 in the Sunshine State Conference in a three-way tie for second. And Florida Tech off to a much better start this year. Again, they were 7-17 last year, 2-7 in the conference. Tampa so far this year, 4-1, 3-0 in the conference. They come off of a weekend sweep of a three-game series against Palm Beach Atlantic. In fact, they won those games 7-0, 18-4, and 11-2, so they outscored the Sailfish 36-6 in that three-game series. Let's take a look at the Tampa lineup under the direction of Joe Urso, who has certainly become a legend in the Sunshine State Conference and really a legend in Division II baseball. Again, he has had quite the baseball life, not only in his tenure at Tampa. He also played for the Spartans in the early 90s as a player, led the team to a national championship in 1992, but everywhere he has gone, it has kind of turned to gold for Joe Urso, so we'll talk about him a little bit later on. Leading off for Tampa is going to be their second baseman, Nick Winkelmeier. Batting second, the right fielder, E.J. Cumbo. Hitting the third spot, the third baseman, Drew Erhard. Batting the fourth position, the left fielder, Jamarcus Lyons. Hitting fifth, playing first base, is John Malcolm. Batting the sixth spot, the designated hitter is Dan Sullivan. Batting seventh is the shortstop, J.D. Urso. Hitting eighth is the catcher, Josh Rulai. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Jose Cadenas. Boris Villa making his third start of the season, and the fastball's in for a called strike outside corners. We're underway at about 5:02 Eastern Time. Left-handed batter is Winkelmeier. And the pitch to Winkelmeier misses for a ball. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Winkelmeier so far batting .333. In fact, he's 5 for 15. He is he's second on the team in runs scored with 7. He is second in on-base percentage at .545. Outfield is straight away against him. It looks like starting catcher Blaze Maris is getting a new glove. Well, again, just a postcard kind of a day here in Brevard County. Sunny, clear, blue skies, few puffy clouds overhead, but really nothing to speak of. The 1-1 pitch to Winkelmeier is sliced foul down the left field line. Out of play, it'll be a 1-2 count on Winkelmeier. Tampa so far is a team batting .284. And again, coming in with a record of 4-1. Florida Tech at 6-1, so a good early season Sunshine State Conference matchup. These two will go to Tampa tomorrow and play a doubleheader. There's a changeup, a beauty, but it just missed, and it's 2-1 on the batter, Winkelmeier. And actually a 2-ball, 2-strike count. We'll check on Florida Tech's defense in a moment. And the 2-2 by Villa just missed inside and low, and it's 3-2. Playing first base, Alec Eldridge. The second baseman is Rodney Bernard. The shortstop, Raul Quintero, and the third baseman, Paul Castillo. In left field is Jacob Newton. In center field, Sam Schnurr. In right field, Brett Parrish. Blaze Maris behind the plate. And again, Boris Villa, a 1-1 mark so far, a 6.75 ERA. Full count pitch is sliced foul down the left field line past Joe Urso, who coaches third base. So a long battle here between Villa and Winkelmeier. The count remains at 3-2. Again, Tampa last year went 15-7 in the abbreviated season. And the pitch is low for a ball, and Winkelmeier able to work out a walk. That'll bring up E.J. Cumbo, the right fielder. Our umpires behind home plate, we got John Alvin, and on the bases, we got D.J. Breitner. So that's our umpiring crew. Again, two-man umpiring crew as usual for a Sunshine State Conference game. Here's E.J. Cumbo, has a modest 3-game hitting streak going. He's also hit in 4 of his last 5. He is 6 for 20 and batting .300. And the pitch is in the dirt. Nice block there by Maris. Keeps it in front of him, so no advance by Winkelmeier at first base. Tampa's a perfect 8 for 8 in steals this year, and Winkelmeier a perfect 2 for 2. So a ball one count on E.J. Cumbo. Again, Drew Erhard, the third baseman, to follow. Again, just underway. Got a beautiful late afternoon here at Florida Tech at Andy Seminick Les Hall Field. Wind blowing slightly out to right center. The 1-0. That's ripped down the right field line. That's a fair ball. This will be extra bases for Cumbo. Winkelmeier's going to turn third. Joe Urso is waving him in. Here comes the throw. And actually no throw. It is cut off. So a long double down the right field line, pulled beautifully by E.J. Cumbo. That ball was fair by probably about half a foot, but fair it was. And Cumbo standing on base with an RBI double. It is 1-0 in favor of Tampa. Again, Tampa, they have won 5 national championships under Joe Urso. They have won 8 as a school. I mean, every year they just deliver. Hopefully this is not an omen for an evening. So here's Drew Erhard, the third baseman. So leading off as second is Cumbo. Check of the runner at second by Villa, and a nice breaking ball in for a called strike by Villa. That was a beautiful one. So Villa in for the signs from Maris. And the pitch is another breaking ball, but misses high. Ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Erhard. Again, Villa, right-handed pitcher, 5'11", 185, a junior from Barranquilla Atlantico, Colombia. And he's a transfer from Eastern Florida State, business administration major. This one is fouled off straight back behind home plate. So 1 ball, 2 strike count on Drew Erhard. Erhard has a modest 3-game hitting streak going. He's 3 for 9 of the year. Second on the team in RBIs with 5. Again, the runner is Cumbo leading off as second with nobody out here in the top of the first. There's a fastball hit right back to Villa, knocks it down, snares it, throws to first in time. So quick reaction there by Villa. Stopped the ball at his feet, had plenty of time to get the runner at first while holding the runner Cumbo at second. So that is out number 1 here in the top of the first. I'll bring up Jamarcus Lyons, the left fielder. Lyons so far at .353, 6 for 17, second on the team in hits with the 6. He's only struck out 1 time in 17 at-bats. Cumbo getting a pretty good lead off a second. Bernard looks like he might do a little bit of bird dogging, but still far away. Now he creeps a little closer. And the pitch is a changeup, a beauty, in for a called strike by Villa. So Villa in for signs from Maris, outfield against straight away. Again, not much wind right now. That, of course, can change on a dime. Strike 1 pitch, changeup misses inside. That'll even the count up 1 ball and 1 strike on Jamarcus Lyons. So Villa's got 2 types of fastballs. The rise ball also throws a cutter, a slider, and a split finger. How do I know that? I talked to him personally. I said, hey, give me the lowdown on your pitches. So he can throw a lot of different things. The 1-1 pitch, fastball, swung on and missed by Lyons. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Tampa won the series last year over in Tampa. They took 2 out of 3. Florida Tech 2 years ago took 2 out of 3 here at Andy Seminick Les Hall Field. Again, Tampa won the national championship 2 years ago, and Florida Tech actually took the series. Check of the runner at second, Villa. The 1-2 misses high for a ball. That'll even the count up 2-2 on Jamarcus Lyons. John Malcolm, the first baseman, in the on-deck circle. Again, Tampa defeated St. Leo 10-5 and then swept the 3-game series from Palm Beach Atlantic for their other wins. Change up. Oh, boy, where was that one? Just missed. some oohs and ahs. They were actually coming from the Tampa dugout. I thought I'd be hearing that from the Panther dugout. That looked pretty good, but 3-2 the count, so another 3-2 count that V has to fight his way through. Cumbo, pretty good lead off a second. Again, Tampa already up 1-0 on the RBI double by Cumbo, scoring Winkelmeier. And the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike three. It looked like it was tipped back into the glove of Maris, so Lyon strikes out. That's the first strikeout for Boris Villa. So he has walked one and struck out one, giving up one hit so far. And that brings up the number 5 hitter, the first baseman, John Malcolm. Malcolm in the last game against Palm Beach Atlantic went 2 for 4, had an RBI single, a run scored, and a walk. He is a big left-handed batter. Got to be careful with this guy. So 2 outs, so V has a pretty good chance of getting out of the inning, just giving up the early 1 run. But he has to get by Malcolm. And the pitch is low and outside for a ball. It's ball 1. Malcolm has a 5-game hitting streak going, so he's hit in every game for the Spartans. .438, he is 7 for 16, leads the team in hits, has one of the 2 teams' home runs. In fact, Tampa's hit 2 home runs in 5 games, and he's got one of them. Feet parallel to the plate, being played slightly to right center. And the pitch in for a called strike. That'll even the count up 1-1 on Malcolm. Again, Villa in for the signs. 1-1 pitch coming up. This one is hit right back up the middle, but perfectly positioned. Is the Panther shortstop Quintero. Throws to first in time, and that retires the side. So again, they had Malcolm to pull, and Quintero is playing practically behind second base. Makes the play, so good job by Villa after the early troubles to get out of the inning. Tampa does get 1 run on 1 hit, and they leave 1 in the top of the first. So we go to the bottom of the first inning here at anti-Semitic Less Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Tampa 1 and Florida Tech coming up. Let's take a look at the Panther lineup under the direction of 14th-year head coach Greg Winkelmeier. I got to know Greg over the years, and he pretty much sticks with pretty much the same lineup just about every game. He has a few little tweaks, but this is pretty much the lineup that he goes with most of the time. So leading off, the shortstop, Raul Quintero, who was last week was Sunshine State Conference Player of the Week, and he was also the Southern Regional Player of the Week. So Quintero getting off to a great start this year. Again, he'll lead off, play short. Again, he's the guy that can play 3 different positions. Batting second will be the left fielder, Jacob Newton. Hitting third, the second baseman, Rodney Bernard. Bernard had a 2-run homer a couple nights ago against Rollins. Also had a sacrifice fly, so he might be breaking out of his early season slump. Batting at the fourth spot, the third baseman, Paul Castillo. Hitting fifth, the right fielder is Brett Parrish. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Diego Garcia. Batting seventh, playing first base, is Alec Eldridge. Hitting the eighth spot is the catcher, Dylan Owens. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Sam Schnurr. So the Panther lineup is going to face Michael Paul. And speaking of Sunshine State Conference Pitchers of the Week, that is what he is this week. His last start, he pitched 5 hitless innings against Palm Beach Atlantic, struck out 4. Overall this year, he's 2-0 with a 4.35 earned run average. He's given up 7 hits in 10 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 5 runs, all 5 earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 10, so he's got the nice 5-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio. He's allowed 1 home run so far in 10 1/3 innings, and opponents are batting just 194 against him. He's also only thrown 1 wild pitch in his 2 starts. So again, Michael Paul, the starting pitcher for the Tampa Spartans. And the pitcher Quintero, a sliced foul down the right field line. Well, Quintero did something against Rollins that he doesn't normally do, and that is he did not get a hit. He went 0 for 3. Did reach on an error, though, had 2 runs scored, and he did have 2 walks. So even when he doesn't get a hit, he manages to get on base. And also he stole a base. Fastball is a high fly ball, a lazy fly to center field. Center fielder under it makes the one-handed catch. That is Jose Cadenas. We'll set the Tampa defensive look in just a moment. So 1 away in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jacob Newton. Newton in the Rollins game went 2 for 4 with a walk, also struck out once. He's actually reached base in all 7 of the Panther games. He has hit safely in 6 out of the 7. And the pitch in for a called strike. The time of that game was a bit of a long one, 3 hours and 27 minutes. Panthers with 6 runs, 7 hits. Rollins had 5 runs, 10 hits, so they actually out-hit the Panthers by 3, but lost by 1 as this one is sliced foul, out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike count on Jacob Newton. Again, Rodney Bernard in the on-deck circle. Again, these same 2 teams will play an afternoon doubleheader tomorrow in Tampa. And the 1-1 pitch is outside for a ball, 2-1. Next home game after this one is next Thursday against Barry. And you might want to note the start time. It's at 4 o'clock. And we got these revolving start times, so you got to just check the schedule on the website. This one is roped out in the right field, but it's to the right fielder. Barely has to move to his right. That is E.J. Cumbo. He makes the catch. And Newton is retired. So we've had a fly ball to center by Quintero, a fly ball to right by Newton to start off the bottom of the first inning. So 2 outs, nobody on. That'll bring up the second baseman, Rodney Bernard. Let's take a look at the Tampa defense. John Malcolm playing at first base. It's Nicholas Winkelmeier at second. J.D. Urso, the son of the head coach, Joe Urso. And by the way, it's Joe Dylan Urso. I wanted to clarify what the J.D. was. So you figured it would be Joe, and it is. Pitches in for a ball 1 to Bernard. So J.D. Urso, or Joe Dylan Urso at short, and Drew Erhard is at third. The outfield, Jamarcus Lyons in left, Jose Cadenas in center, E.J. Cumbo is in right. And that one is swung on late by Bernard and fouled off behind home plate to the right. That'll even the count up 1-1 on Rodney Bernard. Josh Rulai, the catcher, and again, Michael Paul, the starting pitcher. Again, Sunshine State Conference player of the week, or pitcher of the week, rather. Again, 2-0 record, 4.35 ERA. And the pitch just missed outside. That'll run the count 2-1 on Rodney Bernard. Again, some signs. Maybe Bernard is coming out of his slump. A 2-run homer in the top of the first inning the other night against Rollins. Also had a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning, going 1 for 4. This one is sliced to right, but barely having the move is the right fielder Cumbo. He makes the catch, and that retires the side. So for the Panthers, a fly ball to center, 2 fly balls to right, so an easy inning for Paul. So 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the second inning here at Andy Seminick Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is 1-0 Tampa, and we're going to pause and be back. This is Panther Baseball at FloridaTechSports.com.
So why are you at PBA?
Because I wanted to be in a Christian environment.
Because I love the community. A million opportunities for me to get involved.
I really find myself growing here in my walk with God.
Because Palm Beach Atlantic University is anchored in faith,
Anchored in values,
Anchored in truth.
we educate, mentor, pray for our students,
so they can confidently
launch.
All right, we are back. Again, a beautiful late afternoon here at Andy Seminick Les Hall Field. J.C. Miles with you, FloridaTechSports.com, along the SSC Digital Network, as Boris Villa throwing in his warm-up pitches. Again, Tampa scored a run in the top of the first inning. RBI double by Cumbo, scoring Winkelmeier. So that's where we are. Of course, we're scheduled for 9 innings. Again, just a single game tonight, but again, pretty quick turnaround for tomorrow, as these 2 teams will play a afternoon doubleheader over in Tampa. And again, that'll be tomorrow afternoon. It'll be Dan Sullivan, J.D. Urso, and Josh Rulai, 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order for Villa here in the second inning. And the pitch to Sullivan is hit right back up the middle. Quintero runs and throws and gets him. So smooth, so calm, so cool. Raul Quintero. So Sullivan retired in the first pitch here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the shortstop, J.D. Urso. Yes, Joe Urso's been coaching a long time. He's been playing baseball for a long time before he, retired in the minor leagues, and now he gets to coach his son, J.D. J.D. so far, 263, not too bad. He is 5 for 19 on the year. Second on the team in RBIs, tied with Erhard with 5. Outfield straight away, and the pitch is in for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on J.D. Urso. It'll be interesting to see down the road if J.D. gets into coaching and like father, like son. Pitch is in for a ball again. Father Joe, I mean, what a wonderful life he lived. He was a 49th round draft choice of the then California Angels. Played in the minor leagues for the Angels, later coached in the minor leagues, and then came back to his alma mater to coach. And this one almost hits him. And J.D. thinking, hey, you know what, that almost hit me. But the umpire's not buying it. And the home plate umpire, John Alvin, talking to the Panther dugout, you guys got to calm down a little bit. It's only a game, right? So 2-1 the count. Not quite sure why the Panther dugout was getting riled up anyway. The 2-1 pitch is outside, and it's now 3-1 on J.D. Urso. Well, again, Tampa off to a 4-1 start. They've only made 3 errors in 5 games. So playing good offense, good defense as usual. And the pitch is low for a ball, and it's a 5-pitch walk to J.D. Urso. That is the second walk allowed by Villa. So 1-out walk Urso. He's on first. That'll bring up the catcher, Josh Rulli. R-U-L-L-I. That is definitely a pronunciation I had to check on. It could go a few ways, but evidently it's Rulli. So Rulli stepping in against Villa. Outfield straight away. The wind picking up a little bit, blowing in from center. Oh, Glory is alive and well. Villa at the set. Eldridge holding on the runner at first. And the pitch is a fastball, fouled off, and off the foul pole. Or not the foul pole, the light standard. Boy, it's hard to do that. It really is. You can try and never hit a foul ball off the light standard. That one fortunately hit on the pole part and did not get any of the lights. The lights will be coming on and probably in the next hour or so. So strike one pitch coming up to Rulli as Urso leads off of first. And that one is sliced foul. It almost hit the pole again. Goes over toward Rick Stoller's soccer field. Well, earlier we had the Florida Tech women's lacrosse team practicing. Now we got the women's soccer team out there. So Rick Stoller Soccer Field is a well-used field. Women's lacrosse, they're going to have a home game a week from tomorrow as things get busier out here at the Olin Complex. Strike 2 pitch, just missed inside, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Josh Rulli with Jose Cadenas, the center fielder, in the on-deck circle. Again, 1-0 Tampa here in the second inning. Tampa leads the all-time series 120-35. This one is sliced foul out of play. I don't think Florida Tech should feel too bad about that. I mean, Tampa's pretty much dominated a lot of series against their Sunshine State Conference opponents. Again, 2 years ago, Florida Tech did take 2 out of 3 from the Spartans. Here at anti-Semitic Les Hall Field, Tampa's 51-20 all-time. 1-ball, 2-strike count. Eldridge holding the runner on to first. The 1-2. Oh, it hit him. Oh, you hate to hit any batter at any time, but not on a 1-2 pitch. But Rulli gets hit. He'll go down to first. That'll move Urso up to second. So Tampa does not have a hit in this inning, but they do have 2 runners on, first and second, 1 out for the number 9 hitter, the center fielder, Jose Cadenas. Jose batting .222 so far. He is 2 for 9 on the year. Again, Tampa as a team batting .284. And they batted .277 as a team last year. And again, they're scheduled to play more or less about 25 games, as is Florida Tech. Conference games only. And the pitch in for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Cadenas. Cadenas, local product out of Tampa. Gaither High School, also a transfer from Hillsborough Community College. 5'8", 155. Outfield straight away. This time Quintero's the one doing a little bit of the bird dogging it short. Trying to keep the runner, Urso, close. And the strike one pitch is a fastball high, and that'll be a 1-ball-1-strike count on Jose Cadenas with Nick Winkelmeier in the on-deck circle. Villa studying the signs from Maris. At the stretch, checking the runner at second. 1-1, missed inside, and it's now 2-1 on Jose Cadenas. Cadenas will step out of the batter's box. Villa will pause for a moment. He's now back on top of the rubber. Again, Urso on second and Rulai on first. Eldridge, the first baseman, playing deep behind the base runner, Rulai. Villa out of the stretch. Here's the 2-1. And nice pitch on the outside corner in for a strike. Took a little bit something off of that one, and it's now 2-2. Again, it's kind of a swirling wind. Now Old Glory is blowing out toward right center field. Not blowing terribly hard. I don't know, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, the outfield pretty much playing straight up against Cadenas. Checking the runner at second, Villa. The 2-2 is inside, and it's 3-2. And I'll tell you, Villa's pitch count is getting up pretty early. I think that's the third 3-2 count he has gone to. A few foul balls mixed in. Oh boy, 39 pitches only in the second innings. That's not a good pace. So laboring a little bit. So this will be pitch number 40 for Villa. 3-2 pitch. We'll see if the runners go, and Villa's thinking the same thing. He whirls around, does not throw to second. Again, Cadenas only batting .222, not a contact hitter so far. Usually you just have the runners hold, but let's see if Joe Urso rolls the dice. I mean, usually when he rolls the dice, it comes up really good. You know, the runners do hold. And looked like he went too far, and he did. Nice change up there by Villa. I think Cadenas was looking for something else, and he strikes out. So big strikeout for Villa. That is his second of the game. And we go back to the top of the batting order, and Nick Winkelmeier, the second baseman, he walked and scored in the first inning. Again, he walked, and then E.J. Cumbo ripped a double down the right field line, and Winkelmeier scored easily without a throw. So Tampa trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Florida Tech wants to keep it at 1-0. Villa at the set. Still a little bit of bird dogging by Quintero, the shortstop, but he backs off, and the changeup gets away from Villa. It's outside, ball one. Winkelmeier played 2 out of the 3 games against Palm Beach Atlantic. Did pretty well, went 4 for 7. Again, left-handed batter. And the pitch is outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And let's see, Blaise Myers, he's going to walk out and have a little chat with Boris Villa. Boris' last start was against Nova, and that was a winning effort to improve his record to 1-1. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, all 3 earned on 5 hits. He walked 1, and he struck out 6. Last year over in Tampa, he did pitch against the Spartans, and he was the losing pitcher. Pitched 4 2/3 innings. He allowed 4 runs, all of them earned on 5 hits. He walked 4, struck out 6. He threw 89 pitches. So a quick meeting, Maris and Villa. Maris behind the dish. 2-ball, no-strike count on Winkelmeier. Again, runners lead first and second. Long look in by Villa. Check of the runner at second. And the 2-0 is in for a called strike, and it's a 2-1 on Winkelmeier. And Winkelmeier out of Sarasota went to Sarasota High. Again, Sarasota High, they're a good high school program over there. Winkelmeier transferred from the State College of Florida, a sophomore. 2-1. And the pitch is sliced and caught, and that's the final out of the inning, caught by the Panther third baseman. That is Castillo, and that retires the side. So Winkelmeier trying to sneak that one down the left field line, but quick reaction by Castillo. So Tampa threatens, they don't score, no runs, no hits, a walk and a hit batter, 2 left. We've played 1.5 innings here at the anti-Semitic Lessall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Tampa 1 and Florida Tech nothing. Again, J.C. Myers with you, FloridaTechSports.com. Again, I look to my right. The women's soccer team is working out. Again, they're getting in an abbreviated spring season, as are the men. Again, women's lacrosse was working out earlier. They have since gone home. So, again, Rick Stoller soccer field being used up. Earlier, Panther softball team was working out. And unfortunately for the Florida Tech softball team, a 2-0 loss to Tampa last night in a game that was stopped before the top of the 6th inning, and it was stopped for a good reason, lightning. Not quite sure if it really rained. I was actually watching the video of that game last night and couldn't really tell if it was raining that hard, but again, the lightning, that shortened the game. In fact, I think they waited about 90 minutes before they decided, well, that's it, and of course it was an official game, and Tampa gets the 2-0 victory. I'll tell you, there was a story on the website wrapping up the game, and a big, bold picture of lightning striking downtown Tampa. I mean, I don't know if it struck the Tico building or the Bank of America building, but if it didn't strike the building, it came real close. I mean, if you want to check out the picture, FloridaTechSports.com, I mean, a big bolt of lightning. So somebody, I guess, on the Tampa staff was able to catch that and send it over to us. So downtown Tampa is pretty much next to the University of Tampa campus, so if lightning is that close, you got to play it safe and stop the game. So I will be out here right behind me tomorrow at Nancy Botke Field. It'll be Florida Tech and Tampa in softball at 2:30. So Florida Tech and Tampa getting a weekend's worth of sports in. Pitch in for a called strike. It's 0-1. And leading off is Paul Castillo, the Panther third baseman. He'll be followed by Brett Parrish and Diego Garcia, 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Swung on and missed, and Paul off to a no ball and 2-strike count. Again, Paul, a 2-0 record, a 4.35 earned run average. And Parrish takes a pitch in for a ball, and it's 1-2. Or not Parrish, but Castillo. Ken Parrish is on deck. Paul with the 1-2. It's a fastball outside. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Paul went 5 1/3 innings against Palm Beach Atlantic. That was on March the 11th, so that was about 8 days ago. There's a long fly ball, right center field. Will the ballpark hold this one? It will be caught. Oh, the center fielder coming a long way. Cadenas right in front of Cumbo made the catch on the warning track. I mean, it looked like either player could have made the play. Cadenas came a long ways to make the play. And I'll tell you, Paul Castillo did not miss a home run by very much, just a couple of feet. So a deep fly to right center, caught by Cadenas. 1 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the second, here's Brett Parrish. Pitches outside for a ball to Parrish. Parrish at 222, 6 for 27 on the year, has a home run, and hits this one in left center field for a base hit. So Parrish goes the other way for a base hit. 1 out single here in the second, blooping it over the shortstop Urso, and Florida Tech has their first base runner. So the potential tying run is on at first with the 1 out. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Diego Garcia. Diego off to a good start, batting .318. He's 7 for 22. Has a double, triple, and 2 runs batted in. First baseman John Malcolm holding on the base runner Parrish at first. And the pitch is swung on and miss. Strike 1 count on Diego Garcia to be followed by Alec Eldridge. Florida Tech so far very efficient on the base paths. They are 10 out of 11 as a team. Parrish is 0 for 1 on steals. Quintero is 4 for 4. That's not a surprise with this speed. Fastball is fouled off. That missed the light standard for the second time. Behind me and to the right. And a strike 2 count on Diego Garcia. Paul in for the signs. Check of the runner at first. Again, Malcolm holding on the base runner, Parrish. And the pitch. Fastball getting away from him. That rose too high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So again, Paul in his last start went 5 1/3 innings. Gave up just 2 hits, no runs. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 4 through 80 pitches. Again, that was a winning effort against Palm Beach Atlantic. That was a 7-0 win. Pickoff attempt, and the runner gets back. So Paul went the eligible 5 1/3 innings for the win. As Leisure, Diemo, and Ross followed in the Tampa pitching order for that game. Pretty good lead by Parrish at first. 1-2 coming. And it's hit right back up the middle. It's knocked down by Paul. He'll throw to first in time. I'll tell you, he was thinking, I got to try and get that double play, but I think he tried to throw before he secured the ball in his glove, so he only gets the 1 out. So Garcia out 1-3, and Parrish, the potential tying run, reaches second. There are 2 outs, and that'll bring up Alec Eldridge, the first baseman. Eldridge the other night against Rollins went 1 for 2 with a run scored, had a RBI, also walked twice. Paul at the set. Fastball's in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Jacob Newton went 2 for 4 in that game against Rollins. He was the only multiple hitter. Again, Florida Tech got 7 hits, 2 runs, 7 hits. So doing enough to win. Again, they got off to a 6-1 lead, and Rollins made it interesting in the end, but the Panthers won the game in the end, 6-5. Strike 1 pitch is in for a called strike. So Paul ahead on Eldridge at 0-2. Dylan Owens hoping to get a turn. Or not Owens, Blaze Maris. Well, I wrote Dylan Owens in the lineup for some reason. That's a demerit. Strike 2 pitch coming up. And the pitch is fastball outside. I mean, so far Owens and Maris have been kind of sharing the catcher duties, so for some reason I had Owens on my mind, but it is Blaze Maris on deck. And then Sam Schnurr completes the lineup if it gets that far. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner leading off a second, 2 outs. Here's a little number up the first base side, but it's going to kick foul. So good hustle down the line by Eldridge. I mean, you got to run those things out. You never know what's going to happen, but it did hook foul eventually, almost halfway up the line. So Alec, A-L-E-C on the first name, will come back to the plate with a 1 ball and 2 strike count. Eldridge off to a good start, 3 for 13, or 313 average, 5 for 16, second on the team in walks with 6, second in on-base percentage with a 500 OBP. Paul staring in for the signs. Again, his battery mate is Rulli, R-U-L-L-I, Rulli. Outfield straight away, fairly deep. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Ball was dropped. Throw to first in time to complete the strikeout. So Eldridge strikes out, and the inning is over. So that's the first strikeout of the game for Paul. So Florida Tech leaves a runner at second. They do not score. And we go to the top of the third inning here at Andy Seminick Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. Again, a beautiful late afternoon as we're going into the early evening hours. Absolutely perfect. It is 1-0 Tampa at the end of 2. Will Pauls will be back. This is Florida Tech Baseball at FloridaTechSports.com.
Institute of Technology is building a new bridge for the Space Coast, the Health Sciences Research Center, a bridge between engineering and anatomy, math and medicine, software and soft tissue.
The healthcare industry depends on scientific advancement and innovation, and that's why having Florida Tech here on the Space Coast is so valuable.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your health go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for Biomedical Engineering and Health Sciences. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast.
All right, we are back. Top of the third inning here at anti-Semitic Les Hall Field. 1 run on 1 hit for Tampa so far. Florida Tech no runs on 1 hit. So again, we got a lot going on here at Florida Tech. Again, these two teams will switch sites, play over in Tampa tomorrow for a doubleheader. Panthers softball, after losing last night to Tampa, is going to host the Spartans in a doubleheader tomorrow at 2:30. And let's see, we got men's lacrosse scheduled on Wednesday against Lynn. Men's lacrosse was supposed to play actually tomorrow against Florida Southern, but that game was either postponed or canceled. And women's lacrosse playing a week from tomorrow. They were out practicing earlier. And volleyball and soccer playing a brief spring season. So again, we've got a whole lot of stuff going on here. So E.J. Cumbo drove in the only run of the game, leading off here in the third inning. This one is sliced foul over the left side, out of play. So again, Cumbo turned on a via pitch in the first inning, hooked it right down the right field line. The ball was barely fair, just to the left of the line. I mean, hugging the line, and that scored Winkelmeier, who walked earlier in the inning, and that's the only scoring so far. Fastball misses high and outside. That'll even the count up 1-1 on E.J. Cumbo. Sophomore out of East Meadow, New York. Transfer from New York Tech. The 1-1 pitch is a high pop-up. That's a Dave Kingman special for the 70s. Our first of the evening. Castillo makes the catch. I think that was anything but easy. That was not a can of corn. I don't know what that was, broccoli, something else. But he stuck with it, made the play again. Kind of a swirling wind. I mean, nothing is ever for certain on pop-ups, especially with the wind blowing. So Cumbo retired. That'll bring up Drew Erhard, the third baseman. He had a tapper back to Villa back in the first inning. Again, Erhard coming in at .333, off to a good start. And the fastball in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. And again, Boris Villa, a business administration major and a very good student, as most of these players are. 4.0 average in business administration. Fastball misses, and it's a 1-ball and 1-strike count. Again, he is out of Barranquilla, Colombia, which evidently is the 4th largest city in Colombia. Long look in to Maris, and the 1-1 is outside and low. That'll be a 2-1 count on Drew Erhard. He'll be followed by Jamarcus Lyons. Erhard did not play in the first 2 games of the season. Otherwise, he's been pretty frequent in the lineup, and he ropes one in the left field for a base hit. So nicely struck by Erhard as Newton plays the ball back in. So Erhard on at first with 1 out. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jamarcus Lyons. Lyons struck out back in the first inning. Again, for Villa so far, he has struck out 2. He has walked 2. He has hit a batter. And again, he's allowed the 1 run on 2 hits. So Erhard leading off at first. Again, the Spartans a perfect 8 for 8 in steals this year. So let's see what Erhard might be doing, being held on by Eldridge. The pitch is a changeup, hit to short. Nice sliding play. Quintero throws the second for 1 on to first. Oh, safe at first. Oh, I'll tell you, Quintero made that play look so easy. Just very casually, kind of backhanded it, kind of sliding to his right a little bit. Threw it to Bernard for the 6-4, and they almost got the double play, but it did look like Lions beat that one out. So 6-4 fielder's choice. Lyons is on at first. Erhard retired at second. That's the second out of the inning. Here's John Malcolm, the left-handed hitting first baseman. He grounded out to short his first time up, and Quintero was playing him right up the middle, which is what he did the last time, and Malcolm practically hit the ball right to Quintero. And the pitch is in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Again, Malcolm trying to keep a 5-game hitting streak going, batting .438. That was coming in. Actually, right now at this moment, he's 7 for 17. Has a home run and 12 runs batted in. And the 0-1, did he check his swing? I think he did. They don't even check. Yeah, so 1 ball, 1 strike on Malcolm. Let's see, Malcolm was not on the team last year, evidently. 1-1. Again, the runner leading off of first is Lyons, being held on by Eldridge, and time called. Again, our home plate umpire is John Alvin. Again, we got DJ Breitner on the bases. Outfield straightaway against Malcolm, who has pretty good power. Wind is currently blowing in slightly, and the 1-1 by Villa is in for a called strike. I'll tell you, Villa's got some pretty good stuff going so far, spotting his pitch as well. 1-2 on Malcolm. Again, 2 outs, runner on first, so no steals yet for Tampa. Again, Lions getting a pretty good lead. He continues to hold, and this one sliced foul over toward the practice field, over to my left. Got some people out there. I thought maybe men's lacrosse might be practicing, but it's not them. But they are gathering on that field. Again, over to my right, women's soccer getting a workout in. The 1-2, that's a changeup. Looked like it got away from Villa outside, and it's 2-2 on Malcolm. Well, again, still plenty of sunshine out here. Of course, we turned the clocks back, or turned the clocks ahead recently. So as the days go on, more sunshine. The 2-2 is sliced foul behind home plate and over to the left. Count remains at 2-2, so good battle here between Villa and Malcolm. I think this is the 4th or 5th year that Florida Tech has had lights. I remember the old days where we were kind of like Wrigley Field in the old days. Didn't have lights out here. I had to play all-day games. Not anymore. 10th year, really? Has it really been 10 years? Wow. And the pitch just a bit outside. Oh, some little hooting and hollering from the Panther dugout. They really like that pitch. But John Alvin did not, and it's 3-2. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Maybe it has. Jeez. This is 2021. It's like 2011. Jeez. 3-2 the count. Automatic start at first for Lions. He'll be off on this 3-2 pitch. There he goes on the pitch. Is checked on, and he swung. Oh, Malcolm is in disbelief. Now, the Panther dugout likes it, but I don't know. I don't think he went, but the base umpire, DJ Breitner, rings him up. Joe Urso is not happy about it. He walks off the field in a little bit of stunned belief there. So that's the 3rd strikeout for Boris Villa. So nothing across for Tampa. They had 1 hit. They got a runner they got a runner on first, but nothing scoring, or no scoring. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is Tampa 1 and Florida Tech nothing. Okay, J.C. Miles with you, FloridaTechSports.com. Well, again, last year, Tampa had a pretty good year going. They were 15-7. 4-2 in the Sunshine State Conference. They were in a 3-way tie with both Nova and Lynn for second place. Barry was setting the trend last year. But, of course, we were shut down a little over a year ago due to the pandemic. Tampa ended their year with a 4-game winning streak, but it was all kind of moot. And who knows, they might have been on their way to another national championship. I mean, we'll never know. But 2 years ago, they won the national championship. So 2 years ago, again, they are the defending national champions. In fact, they ended the year on an 11-game winning streak, and they went undefeated in the postseason. So they went 9-0 in the postseason, in finishing 45-14 overall and 19-11 in the Sunshine State Conference. They actually ended up regular season in the conference in a three-way tie with Erhard and Nova. Here's a fastball to Maris, leading off the bottom of the third inning. He skies it foul, first base side, and out of play. So a strike one count on Blaze Maris. So it'll be 8-9-1 in the Panther batting order. Maris, Schnurr, and Raul Quintero to face Paul. This one is fouled off. Behind home plate into the right. So again, Paul has the full complement of pitches. Fastball, slider, change-up, curve. 6'3", 190 junior out of Clearwater Central Catholic High. This one is lined into center field. Is it going to drop? Yes, it will. Base hit for Blaze Maris, a one-hopper in front of the center fielder, Cadenas, who rushed up and then decided he had to play it on the hop. So the Panthers have the potential tying run on at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning, down 1-0. And that'll bring up Sam Schnurr, the center fielder. Schnurr against Rollins 2 nights ago had a big hit, RBI single in the 6th inning, and going 1 for 4. He is 1 for his last 8, so in a little bit of a mini slump for him. Tries to get around the bunt, holds off, and it's ball 1. Schnurr did have a 4 for 5 game at the plate against Nova recently. That was actually down in Fort Lauderdale. Went 4 for 5 with 2 runs scored, a 2 RBI single. Also had a RBI single. In fact, he had a pair of RBI singles. Drove in 6 runs. Pitch is just a bit outside, and it's now 2-0 on Sam Schnurr. So Maris leading off at first. He does not have a steal attempt this year. Again, Florida Tech is 10 for 11 on steals. Getting a pretty good lead. Schnurr takes another pitch. Was showing bunt, did not offer, but that one was a strike delivered by Paul. So again, Paul out of Clearwater, transfer from Santa Fe College. Let's see, that's the one in Gainesville, I believe. And pickoff attempt, and the runner gets back. Again, Malcolm is holding on Maris. Greg Winkelmeier coaching at third, as he usually does. Maris, pretty good lead. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch coming up. Here it is. And it's fastball outside, and it's 3-1. Again, 1 run, 2 hits for Tampa so far. Florida Tech hasn't scored. They also have 2 hits. So a good ball game. Nice low-scoring game for this Sunshine State Conference affair, at least so far. Maris leading off at first. 3-1 pitch is coming up. And it's outside, ball 4. Good eye at the plate by Schnurr. So Maris, who singled, will move up to second on the Schnurr walk. So that's the first walk allowed by Paul. He has struck out 1. He has walked 1. And again, he's given up 2 hits. So the bottom of the batting order doing a little bit of damage with the single by Maris, the walk to Schnurr. Now the top of the batting order, Raul Quintero, who flew out to center field, his first time up. The catcher, Josh Rulai, going through the signs with his infielders. Middle of the infield is back at double play depth, and Malcolm playing wide of first. He is not holding on Schnurr. So runners lead, first and second. The pitch. The bunt is put down by Quintero. Malcolm will take it. He'll go to first for the out. So that'll be a 3-4 sack, successful by Quintero. Again, what does Quintero not do well on this Panther team? He can just about do it all. Doesn't hit a lot of home runs. Other than that, he does everything else pretty well. So the 3-4 sack moves Maris up to third and Schnurr up to second. So there's 1 out, runners on second and third. So the tying run is on at third. The potential go-ahead run on at second for Jacob Newton, who hit a deep fly ball to right field his first time up. So a good spot here for Newton to pick up a couple of ribbies. Pitches outside for a ball, and it's ball 1 on Jacob Newton out of Oakville, Ontario, Canada. Got to believe he's excited about those Toronto Maple Leafs currently in first place. And the pitch is outside for a ball. I tell you, Toronto, Blue Jays could be a very interesting team this year. They've done a lot of retooling. Signed a few pretty good players. And AL East continues to get tougher and tougher. 2-0 pitch is fouled off. And the name finally came to me, George Springer. Of course, they signed to play some center field. So 2-1 the count on Newton. Rodney Bernard on deck. Again, Maris is on third. Schnurr is on second. Again, a swirling wind out here. Again, trying to get a read on the flag. Currently, it's kind of blowing in a little bit. Paul is working from the windup with the runners on second and third. And the 2-1 pitch is outside for a ball, and it's 3-1. And Paul's pitch count is getting up a little bit too high for him. Had a pretty efficient first 2 innings. So Newton being very selective at the plate. The 3-1. This one is lined to short. That's going to score a run. Throw to first is in time. And the Panthers tie the ball game. So productive out by Jacob Newton. He grounds out to short, but he gets the RBI. Again, that scores Maris from third and moves Schnurr to third base. So the Panthers have tied it up at 1. They still have a chance here to take the lead here in the bottom of the third inning. As Schnurr's on third base. That'll leave it up to Rodney Bernard, who flew out to right field. His first time up. Again, Bernard had a 2-run homer in the top of the first inning 2 nights ago against Rollins, and then added a sacrifice fly. Had a 3 RBI night. Fastball is fouled off first base side and out of play. So strike 1 count on Rodney Bernard, who is very smart academically, as most of these players are. He is a civil engineering major. I don't know how he does it. Maybe he just goes without sleep. Pitch is in for a ball. You know, especially playing a sport like baseball. I mean, you're playing 2 or 3 times a week. You're probably practicing on the other days and got to eat and sleep and get your homework done. He manages to do it, though. 1-1 pitch is in for a ball. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Rodney Bernard. By the way, for Bernard, I found this kind of interesting. I mean, he's been here 4 years. That was actually his first career home run. Swung on and missed, and the count is 2-2. And again, he's had some pretty good years as a hitter, and never thought he was a big home run hitter to begin with. I'm just kind of surprised. That was his first career home run against Rollins. The 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, blocked very well, and good hustle there by Rulai. That got away over to the right, really not very far away. I mean, Paul was ready to charge the plate to cover, but didn't get far enough away for Schnurr to even think about trying to score. Home plate umpire John Alvin brushing off the plate. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, we're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the third. Again, we got Schnurr leading down the line at third base. The 3-2 is a pop-up right center field, but the second baseman is under it, making the catch. That is Winkelmeier, and that retires the side. So the Panthers not able to take the lead, but they do tie up the ball game on the RBI ground out the short by Jacob Newton, scoring Blaze Maris. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, a walk. Runner left at third. We have played 3, so we are a third of the way here at Andy Seminick Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Florida Tech 1 and Tampa 1. And we'll pause and be back. This is Florida Tech Baseball at FloridaTechSports.com.
Same year as NASA, Florida Institute of Technology helped put the space in the Space Coast. Aerospace is in our DNA. It's what we did first, and it's what we do best.
Florida Tech is developing engineers with the skill sets foundational to the aerospace industry and companies like Northrop Grumman here on the Space Coast.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your industry go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for aerospace. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast.
All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the 4th inning. And this is about as even as a game as you can have, as both teams have 1 run on 2 hits, and neither team has committed an error. Again, I mentioned earlier, Tampa's only committed 3 errors in their first 5 games. Florida Tech has committed 5 errors in their first 7 games. Again, Florida Tech coming in 6-1, Tampa at 4-1. Well, no surprise here. For the 14th year out of the last 15 years, Tampa was picked number one in the Sunshine State Conference preseason poll. Florida Tech, I guess they have a lot to prove to the prognosticators. They're actually picked 8th and last, tied with St. Leo in the preseason poll. But again, Florida Tech 6-1 overall. They are 5-1 in the conference. Tampa 4-1, 3-0 in the conference. Again, all conference games. That is all we're doing in baseball and softball this year. All right, Dan Sullivan leading off for Tampa here in the top of the fourth. The pitch is high, fastball by Villa. And it's ball one on Sullivan, who grounded out to short his first time up. So 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order. Dan Sullivan, J.D. Urso, and Josh Rulai. Again, we're tied at 1. Off-speed pitch, fouled off, high off the net behind home plate. So 1 ball, 1 strike count on Dan Sullivan. Dan is out of Palatine, Illinois. Oakton Community College transfer. He's well put together, 6'2", 215. And the pitch in for a called strike. I'm not sure if he's a University of Illinois fan, but Illinois, as expected, they won their game real easily this afternoon over Drexel in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. I mean, they led big early, and they won big. That one is hooked foul down the right field line. The Panther ball chaser will have to try and find that one. Looks like it went to Rick Stoller's soccer field, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Looks like Andrew Dunham is the ball chaser today. So he will lumber it on down there and try and find the baseball. All right, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dan Sullivan. 1-2 is by the catcher Maris, but no harm done, nobody on base. That was a curveball that had a little bit too much mustard on it, and it's 2-2 on Sullivan. Again, Sullivan entered today's play batting .571, 4 for 7. Has not played every game. His slugging is .714. That's actually second on the team behind Malcolm. So Sullivan's played in 3 of the 5 games so far. He's made it known he'd like to be in the lineup every day. The 2-2, and that was a changeup. Looked like he got away from Villa, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Villa has a rising fastball, a cutter, a slider, and a split finger that he likes to throw. The 3-2 pitch, fastball, is fouled off behind home plate. So good battle here between Villa and Sullivan. And the 3-2 is fouled off and out of play. Again, I mentioned about Joe Urso, 5 national championships in his 21st year at Tampa. Again, he was a Tampa graduate in 1992 and was a player in that 1992 national championship team. Ball's fouled off and out of play. One of his teammates was Sam Militello, who was a very good pitcher. Sam, a nice guy, as Joe is. Talked to both of them before the game, and Sam is on the coaching staff. He is the associate head coach, so he and Urso have known each other for many, many years. They probably must have met in the late 80s. This one is lined to center field, trying to come in and make the play, but it's going to fall in for a base hit. As playing pretty deep in center field was Schnurr. Looked like he might have had trouble reading the baseball, and it fell in front of him for a base hit. So Sullivan is on with a base hit. He represents the potential go-ahead run here in the top of the fourth. So J.D. Urso comes up. He walked back in the second inning. So, again, Villa so far has walked 2, struck out 2, given up 1 run on 3 hits in 3+ innings of work. Outfield straight away. And the runner goes, and it's fouled off and out of play. So first time in the ball game we've seen the hit and run by Joe Urso. Again, his son J.D. able to foul it off, so back to first is Sullivan. Again, he's being held on by Eldridge. So Villa in for the signs. Long look in. Boris is not the fastest worker in the world, and I don't mind. He's doing some thinking out there. And a high pop-up. This one is going to go out of play, and it just missed the light standard. Well, how many lights are on that light standard? At least 10. And it missed them all, fortunately. We don't want any damage to lights. Oh, wow, what service. Thank you. I'll try and get to it. We get great service out here at the Olin Complex. A lot of hard-working people. Again, really no fans are in, but we do have fans beyond the outfield fences in the Bob Uecker seats. Strike 2 pitch is low for a ball. And I'll tell you, one of them I had the pleasure of having lunch with a few days ago. That would be Doug McAfee from Vermont. He is a loyal Panther baseball fan. He comes down here every spring to cheer on the Panthers, and I've never had lunch with the guy, and he told me some really interesting stories. So I think he's out there in left center. That's where he said he was going to be. And time called, briefly. Urso doesn't even step out of the box. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Urso. Again, Sullivan leading off of first. We are tied at 1 here in the top of the 4th. Urso getting a pretty good lead. Again, Eldridge holding him on. Villa at the set. And the 1-2 just missed, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, I'll tell you, if you're a Panther fan, this is the one game you want to come out to. I mean, Tampa, just a very good ball club. I mean, they have been the powerhouse in the Sunshine State Conference just about every year since Joe Urso took over 21 years ago. Villa at the set. And the 2-2 is in the dirt. Nice scoop there by Maris. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sullivan was running earlier in the inning on a hit-and-run play. Urso fouled it off. Let's see if Urso decides to turn Sullivan loose. Again, 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs with the runner on first. Let's see if Villa might check on Sullivan here to try and throw him off stride. Pretty good lead at first. Villa at the set. And Sullivan holds. There's a ground ball in the hole. Quintero will go to second for the out. Raul Quintero, is he something to watch? I mean, I don't know if that was Ozzie Smith, but, man, he made that look easy again. So fielder's choice, Urso, and out at second is Sullivan. Here's Josh Rulai, the catcher. Josh got hit by a pitch by Villa back in the second inning, so runner on first, 1 out. Again, Villa long look in to Maris. And the changeup, nice one, in for a called strike, and it's strike 1 on Josh Rulai. Rulai coming in at 231, 3 for 13 coming into the game, and he's still 3 for 13. Again, got hit by the pitch in the second, so no change there in his batting average. There's a changeup, got a little bit away from Villa inside, and it's 1-1 on Rulai. Jose Cadenas in the on-deck circle. So again, J.D. Urso leading off of first. Again, outfield pretty much straight away against Rulai. Again, Villa long look in. Now the center fielder Schnurr moves a little bit toward left center. There's a ground ball, and it goes off of the glove of Castillo into left field for the base hit. Runner going to third. He will make it. That's Urso. Ball thrown into the middle of the infield. So, Castillo got his glove on it, but deflected into shallow left center field. Newton picked it up, but well on his way to a third base was Urso. So Tampa has runners on first and third with 1 out. So the potential go-ahead run on at third base. So Rulai didn't hit that ball really very hard, but hard enough to get it deflected off of Castillo. So there's Jose Cadenas, the center fielder. He struck out swinging back in the second. Middle of the Panther infield back at double play depth. They are hoping for a ground ball. Villa would like the same thing, or at least get a strikeout or a pop-up or something. That was the 4th hit for Tampa. Villa long look in. And the pitch gets the bunt down. Here comes the runner at the plate. And throw to first is in time, so they do get the out at first. So beautiful safety squeeze bunt there by Cadenas. He is out 5-3, but he does drive in a run. He'll get credit for an RBI. So that was Urso scoring, and Raul is now at second. So Tampa, they can play a small ball like Florida Tech can. Top of the batting order, Nick Winkelmeier, the second baseman. He is 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the first. He lined out to Castillo at third in the second. So now the runner on second, Raul, with 2 outs. And the pitch is sliced foul and went over the head of Joe Urso down the left field side. And the count is 0-1. Well, again, Urso, the 5 national championships as a coach, 1 as a player. Again, spent some time in the Angels organization. He won a California League championship with the Lake Elsinore Storm in 1996. Well, that was about 2 years before I started doing a little bit of play-by-play for the Bakersfield Blaze. And I'll tell you what, Lake Elsinore, you talk about a beautiful ballpark. It's kind of similar to Camden Yards, where the Orioles play in Baltimore. Just a beautiful stadium, especially for a single-A team. Pitches in for a called strike. Well, again, Joe Urso has lived a wonderful baseball life in several places. Spent some time in Idaho as a coach. Minor league player, Lake Elsinore, playing in a gorgeous stadium. And reached out in the community at Lake Elsinore. He is called the mayor of Lake Elsinore. Did a lot of community work, a lot of human service. So he's a good guy. Good guy, good player, and outstanding coach. The strike 2 pitch is fouled off. And again, the addition for Urso this year is he gets to coach his son, JD, which is John Dillon. So I don't know if his life is complete, but it's getting more and more complete every year for Joe. Again, national champions 2 years ago. I mean, who knows? They might have been on their way to another championship last year, but stopped along with everybody else at 15-7. All right, the strike 2 pitch is coming up to Winkelmeier. Again, leading off a second, Raul. And this one in the dirt, nice block there by Maris. No official action in the Panther bullpen. Somebody is actually jumping rope. That's good. That'll get you limbered up. So we might have some action in the next half hour or so. Again, only in the top of the 4th. We're about an hour and 10 minutes old. V at the set, and now time called by the home plate umpire, John Alvin. Again, outfield straight away. A lot of room down the line for Winkelmeier. Again, Cumbo hit that double the first, and it was a beautiful double hugging the line. The 1-2 pitch. And let's see, he did not offer at it, and it's 2-2 on Winkelmeier. Again, Nick out of Sarasota High. Again, great baseball program over there. That's where the Baltimore Orioles spring train. I don't know, the Orioles, they might have a couple more rough years, but they say good things are coming. I'll tell you, the AL East just continues to get tougher. Pitch is high for a ball. I'll tell you, when you look at the history of the Baltimore Orioles, I mean, growing up, those great teams in the late 60s, early 70s, I mean, powerhouse teams. Some of the greatest teams of all time. I mean, Boog Powell, Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson, Paul Blair. I mean, I can go on and on about that team. I mean, I am a Mets fan, true blue, but boy, that was quite a team from like 66 to 74. They were awfully good. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch is a chopper hit to first and right to the Panther first baseman. That's Eldridge. He steps on the bag for the unassisted out, and that is the end of the inning. So Winkelmeier grounds out to first, and Tampa has to settle for 1 run in the inning. Again, it was a RBI and a bunt by Cadenas that scored Urso. So Tampa settles for 1 run. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Anti-Semitic Let's Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Tampa 2 and Florida Tech 1. Well, again, J.C. Miles with you, FloridaTechSports.com. Again, I want to I want to recognize the fans who are outside of the Olin complex, but just beyond the left field fence. I looked down the line and got a good handful of people down there. Go over toward left center where the chapel is. Got some more people. Let's venture over to right center in the Hartley Hall parking lot. Got some people out there watching as well. So I'll tell you, people that would normally be, I think, in the Olin complex, and of course have a great seat here in this beautiful facility. Again, not fans not allowed in. I mean, maybe that'll change over the next month. I mean, we're kind of playing it by ear out here, but again, it's great that the fans come out and they care enough about to take time out of their day and watch Panther baseball from afar. So again, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Great pitching duel here between Boris Villa and Michael Paul. Again, Paul's allowed 1 run on 2 hits. Paul has struck out one. He has struck out 1. He's walked 1. And again, Villa, he's allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. So for the Panthers here in the bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Paul Castillo, Brett Parrish, and Diego Garcia. Castillo's really been struggling since the start of the year, but I'll tell you, he had a very deep fly ball to center that was caught by Cadenas in deep right center field in the warning track. The pitch in for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. I mean, that is what you would call a loud out, and hopefully a good sign that Castillo is starting to see the ball a little better. The ball 1 pitch is off the outside corner, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Paul Castillo. So Castillo is 0 for his last 14. There's a sliced pop-up down the left field line. Good hustle by the third baseman, Erhard, but that was well out of his reach. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Castillo. Again, we got John Malcolm playing at first base for the Spartans. Nick Winkelmeier at second. J.D. Urso, the shortstop. Drew Erhard at third. Jamarcus Lyons in left. Jose Cadenas in center. E.J. Cumbo in right. Josh Rulai catching. Michael Paul pitching. And the 2-1 pitch is in for a called strike. And it's 2-2. Again, Paul coming in, 2-0 record, 4.35 ERA. He was actually 1-0 last year when the season got shut down. He had a .44 ERA. This ball sliced on the left field line. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Turning first base is Castillo, and he will make it with a double. So Paul Castillo going nicely the opposite way. Good chase down of the ball by Lyons, but Castillo hustling into second with a double. Well, for Castillo, just his 3rd hit of the year. He's now 3 for 25 on the year. I mean, if that doesn't get him going, I don't think anything will. Going the opposite way and placing it right on the left field line. So the potential tying run is on at second with nobody out. That brings up Brett Parrish, the right fielder. He singled back in the second. Fastball outside by Paul. It's ball 1. Again, Paul with the full complement of pitches, fastball, slider, curve, changeup. Evidently throws in the upper 80s, according to the pitching coach, Sam Militello, who, again, was a very good pitcher in the early 90s for Tampa, along with Joe Urso, being a teammate of his. This one is sliced foul over toward the left side, and it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on Brett Parrish. Again, Parrish, a sophomore out of Rockledge, went to Rockledge High. He's an ocean engineering major. I'll tell you, this Panther baseball team, they have a good number of engineering majors. So 1-1 the count. Paul at the set. Check of the runner at second. 1-1 is a high pop-up, and this one is foul over to the left. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Brett Parrish, to be followed by Diego Garcia in the Panther batting order. Really no warm-up action in the Panther bullpen, but there are several players down there working on some things. Again, Villa's pitch count was up in the early innings, and now it's slowed down a little bit. We'll have to see how far he goes. He's at 85 pitches. Well, We'll have to see how far he goes. Ball's fouled off and out of play. And of course, Nolan Ryan's philosophy, and Nolan is still quite active on the baseball scene. He definitely always has an opinion. He thinks pitchers are baby too much. But these days, pitch counts do count for something. So again, 85 pitches by Villa, and you don't want to get too close to 100. But if he's still pitching well, I guess you let him go. 1-2 pitches, swung on and missed, ball dropped. Throw to first is in time. Again, you can never take that for granted, but good pickup by Rulai, throwing it on to Malcolm for the out. So another strikeout for Paul, and that's the first out of the inning. Holding on at second is Castillo, who again doubled to lead off the inning. So that is the second strikeout by Paul. Again, he has struck out 2 and he has walked 1 in 3+ innings of work. Here's Diego Garcia, the designated hitter. He hit a tapper back to Paul back in the second inning. Again, Garcia off to a good start this year, batting .318 coming into today. And the pitch is a fastball in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Again, Garcia second of the team in runs scored with 6. 2 RBIs on the year. Florida Tech has hit 4 home runs in the year. Again, traditionally, Florida Tech not a great home run hitting club, and they got to make up for it with timely hitting, hitting behind the runner, bunting, that sort of thing. Strike 1 pitch is a foul ball behind home plate, and it'll be a 2-strike count on Diego Garcia. Again, Diego out of the same area as Boris Villas, Banaquilla, Atlantico, Colombia. Check of the runner, Paul at second. No bird dogging by the middle of the infield. And the pitch outside, laying off of that pitch, Garcia, so it's 1-2 on him. Zeke glares down to Greg Winkelmeier for the signals. I would imagine just swinging away here, trying to look for a pitch that he can drive. Again, that is the tying run on at second with 1 out. Again, Tampa up 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2 pitch by Paul is swung on and missed. Nasty pitch by Paul, and reaching for it and not connecting was Garcia. So Paul with back-to-back strikeouts of Parrish and Garcia. Again, his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Again, he's walked 1, so it's up to Alec Eldridge to try and bring in Castillo from second, and Eldridge struck out swinging in the second. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Paul. Again, Eldridge off to a good start this year, coming in batting .313. Doesn't have a home run yet. 1 RBI as runner chased back to second. Eldridge went 1 for 2 the other night against Rollins, scored a run and had a big RBI triple in the 4th inning. He also walked twice, and he also stole a base. So he got a lot out of that 1 for 2. Pitches in for a ball, change up by Paul. It's ball 1, 1-0 on Alec Eldridge. Paul, a long look in. Again, his battery mate is Rulai. And the pitch is sliced foul down the left field line. Well hit, but well foul by Eldridge. Blaze Maris is on deck. There goes the other Panther ball chaser, Matt Dinetta. Again, Dinetta was the winning pitcher 2 nights ago against Rollins. Again, Greg Winkelmeier going to pitching by committee, used 7 pitchers. Dinetta was the 2nd pitcher of the night, and he ended up getting the win in that 6-5 victory. Check of the runner at second, and now Paul pauses, steps off the rubber, and Eldridge steps out. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Eldridge, pretty much a stance, feet parallel to the plate. And the pitch is a late swing and a foul over toward the Tampa dugout located on the 3rd base side. Well, again, these same 2 clubs will meet over in Tampa tomorrow for a day doubleheader. That should be a 9-inning first game and a 7-inning second game. So if you're a Panther fan, go to FloridaTechSports.com and go to the Watch Live link, and you should be able to see the game. Again, the Panthers will be back home on Thursday. They'll take on Barry in a 4 o'clock start. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one misses, and it gets away from the catcher, Raul. So that'll be a wild pitch on Paul. So taking third, Castillo. So first wild pitch of the game by Paul. And Eldridge has a 2-ball and 2-strike count. Well, again, if you're Paul, you want to be careful here and not throw another wild pitch because the runner's now on third. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Who's going to win this battle, Eldridge or Paul? Here's the 2-2. And this one is hit back up the middle, but fielded by the shortstop Urso. Throws to first in time. So a sharply hit ground ball by Eldridge, but Urso is right there to make the play, and that retires the side. So Florida Tech gets a runner to third, but that's it. So no scoring for the Panthers in the 4th inning. We have played 4 here at Andy Seminick Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. We got a good one in this Sunshine State Conference matchup. It is Tampa 2 and Florida Tech 1. And we'll pause to be back. This is FloridaTechSports.com.
Disruptive innovation depends on secure data, and Florida Institute of Technology helps meet the demand for both. We dream in binary code. Information assurance is part of our programming.
When it comes to cybersecurity and AI, Florida Tech is a great asset to the Space Coast.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your future go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for cybersecurity and AI. Florida Tech stands for the Space.
Florida Tech pitcher Boris Villa throwing in his warm-up pitches. We go to the top of the 5th inning. For Tampa, 2 runs on 4 hits. For Florida Tech, 1 run on 3 hits. Neither team has committed an error so far. Again, Tampa took 2 out of 3 from Florida Tech last year. That was over in Tampa. They won by scores of 1-0 and 5-2. Florida Tech won the final game of that series 3-2. Well, again, 2 years ago, Tampa won the national championship, but Florida Tech actually took 2 out of 3 from Tampa. They won 6-5 and 14-12 before losing 11-9. All right, leading off, we've got E.J. Cumbo, whose RBI double drove in the first run of the game, and Boris Villa with a pitch that definitely got away from him. That looked like Nuke Lelouch out of Bull Durham, except the mascot was not behind home plate, and we're glad about that. I don't know why Pete the Panther doesn't come out to baseball games. I think he should, but that would not be a good place to stand. The 1-0 pitch is low for a ball, so quickly Villa falls behind 2-0 on E.J. Cumbo. So again, Cumbo with the RBI double, driving in Winkelmeier in the first, then he popped up to third in the third. So Cumbo to be followed by Erhard and Lyons, 2, 3, and 4. So tough part of the Tampa lineup. And the pitch is in for a called strike, so 2-1 on E.J. Cumbo as the lights have come on here at the Olin Complex, Andy Seminick Les Hall Field. Still plenty of light out here, though. I mean, the sun is still basking the field in sunshine. The 2-1 pitch is sliced to third, and that was a wicked one past Castillo. That'll be a base hit by Cumbo, his second hit of the game. That was a hot shot. I guess that's why they call it the hot corner. That was a sizzler. Or as Vince Scully would say, that ball was scalded. I'll tell you, whenever I can quote Vince Scully, I just got to do it. And again, Vince Scully. You know, Joe Urso has led a wonderful life, the head coach of Tampa, but you can't top Vince Scully. 67 years as the Dodger announcer. I mean, that is a baseball life. And the pitcher swung and a miss. Runner goes, and an easy steal for Cumbo running on the first pitch. So Tampa, for the most part in this game, has not done a lot of attempted steals, but Cumbo steals second there. So that is the first stolen base of the day for the Spartans. They are now 9 for 9 on the year. Let's see for Cumbo. That was actually his first steal attempt, so he's 1 for 1. So runner on second and nobody out. Again, Drew Erhard, he is 1 for 2, singled in the third. Check of the runner at second, Villa. And the strike one pitch. The bunt is put down into no man's land. Throw to first is in time. Oh, what a play there by Castillo. I didn't think he had much of a shot. I'll tell you, that looked like a beautiful bunt by Erhard. I mean, you put it in the beautiful area, kind of no man's land, in the grass on the third base side, and I thought he was going to beat it out, but sacrifice is successful. 5-3 Erhard, and Cumbo moves to third. So now if Lyons can drive a deep enough fly ball to the outfield, it would score Cumbo. Well, it's 2-1 Tampa in the fifth inning, and really not too early to bring the infield in. Again, runs might be at a premium, so the entire Panther infield is in on the edge of the grass, looking for a possible ground ball. The pitch is a high pop-up right side. Is it playable for Eldridge? No. It's going to go out of play. Over toward the Panther bullpen, where we do have somebody lining up, or warming up. Not lining up, but try and figure out who it is. So strike one the count on Jamarcus Lyons. Again, Cumbo singled. He stole second and just moved over the third on the 5-3 sack by Erhard. So he's leading down the line at third with one out. And the pitch is in for a called strike. Nice pitch by Villa. And it's a strike two count on Lyons, who struck out swinging in the first and hit into a 6-4 fielder's choice in the third. So again, Boris, not a fast worker. He's at the set. Strike two pitch is low for a ball. That'll run the count to 1-2. Number 8. Andres Rodriguez warming up in the bullpen, and he is a very smart young man. He is an electrical engineering major. So another engineering major in this Panther baseball team. They have quite a few. 1-2 pitch. Oh, just getting a piece of it. Lyons. So we continue with a 1-ball and 2-strike count. So if this inning goes on a little bit longer, we might see Rodriguez or maybe see him in the next inning. Again, Villa's pitch count getting up there, probably near 100. Ah, very good. Thank you, Jerry. This will be his 96th pitch, so he is approaching 100. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, above the head of the batter, Lyons. Lyons having to duck and cover, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. So unless Villa can get a couple of quick outs here, the pitch count will be over 100 by the end of this inning. All right, 2-2 the count. Again, leading down the line at third is Cumbo. Again, Tampa up 2-1 here in the top of the fifth. Again, Tampa single runs in the first and fourth. Florida Tech a run in the third. That's been it. Outfield straight away, 2-2. Changeup is fouled off and out of play. I tell you, there have been some good battles today on both sides of the plate. So Lyons, a couple of foul balls, and it's a 2-ball and 2-strike count. Long look in by Villa. Lyons out of Tampa. State College of Florida transfer. Time called. Also went to UCF. So he was at UCF for a short time. So 2-2 the count. And the changeup again over the head of Lyons, and it's now 3-2. So again, Villa getting very close to 100 pitches, and he might be getting a little bit tired. So 3-2 the count. Cumbo leading down the line at third. Again, the Panther infield in all the way around, looking for a possible ground ball. 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4, and Lyons walks. So that is the third walk given up by Villa. It's the first walk since the second inning. So he walked one in the first, one in the second. Didn't walk anybody in the next 2 innings, but his third walk here given up to Lyons here in the fifth. That'll bring up John Malcolm. Malcolm 0 for 2, grounded out to short in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third. Well, now the Panther infield's going to drop back in the middle with Bernard at second and Quintero at short. They're going to play at normal double play depth. So if a sharply hit ground ball is hit to the middle of the infield, they will look for a double play. And Jeff Tam, the pitching coach, is going to come out, and they're going to have a little strategical summit here and on the mound, and all the infielders are coming in on this one. Again, scheduled for 9 innings. We're in the fifth, 2-1 game. Really, every moment of this game is pretty critical. Not a lot of runs being scored today. So this is just a social call by Tam, and usually Winkelmeier is the one that comes out to take the pitcher out. Rodriguez in the bullpen, just standing on the mound, not throwing. So it looks like Rodriguez is ready if he needs to be called upon. So again, Malcolm 0 for 2. Okay, Villa's 100th pitch is going to come up. Again, Malcolm has a 5-game hitting streak that he's trying to keep alive. Again, 0 for 2. So again, middle of the infield, back at double play depth, hoping for a ground ball. Villa would like that, or just try and get a strikeout or a pop-up. Double play, though, would be nice. Here's the pitch. And it's sliced foul. Look out. Duck and cover. Tampa, third base dugout. And what do we got? Why is the run scoring? Oh, balk. Okay. I think I would have thought of that, but my mind is astray right now. All right, a balk by Villa. So that, that foul ball doesn't count. So that pitch didn't exist. Just pretend it didn't happen. All right, so Combo scores on the balk. Well, that's frustrating for Florida Tech. All right, so Tampa gets a runner on second, 1 out, and the pitch is a changeup, fouled, hooked over toward the Panther dugout, first base side. I didn't get a good look at what Villa did to cause that balk, but he must have done something, and Greg Winkelmeier not arguing about it. So Tampa up 3-1. And the pitch is a changeup, a beauty, in for a called strike. That'll even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So scoring on the balk was Combo, and moving up to second on the balk was Lyons. Again, Villa, you'd love to get a strikeout here. The 0-2. And that's a changeup. It got a little bit away from him, and it's 1-2. Again, Rodriguez continues to throw in the Panther bullpen. Again, Winkelmeier 2 nights ago against Rollins. He was not shy about using a bunch of pitchers. He used 7 of them. Again, Cadenas getting the win in that win over Rollins. And time called. Heck and Cadenas were the only ones that went over 2 innings in that game. Otherwise, the 5 other pitchers pitched either an inning or less. So still the arms of the bullpen are pretty fresh. The 1-2 is in the dirt, and that'll be a wild pitch. Maris really could not stop that one. That one found the dirt, and moving to third is Lyons. So that'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike count as Villa tying his shoe. And you get the feeling if Villa does not get Malcolm out, that could be it. Again, Jeff Tam went out for a conference, so next mound appearance, the pitcher will have to come out. Again, the wind picking up here at the Olin Complex, but I'll tell you, I love it. I grew up in New York, so this weather's great for me. Not sure everybody else agrees out here. Temperature probably in the 60s, I'm guessing. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And Malcolm strikes out for the second time in the game. And a big strikeout by Villa with the runner on second. There are now 2 outs. That's the fourth strikeout by Villa, and that'll bring up Dan Sullivan, the designated hitter. Sullivan 1 for 2, grounded out to short in the second. He singled in the fourth. So Villa trying to get Sullivan out and get his team into the dugout. Still plenty of time in this game. I mean, we're only in the 5th inning. Kind of a slow-moving affair. About an hour and 41 minutes into this one, and we're only in the 5th. And the pitch is a changeup in for a called strike. I tell you, Villa still has some pretty good stuff. So again, Sullivan is 1 for 2. Tampa has out-hit Florida Tech 5-3. They've outscored them 3-1. Still plenty of light out here. Some shadows, primarily on the third base side of the diamond in foul territory. Otherwise, still a lot of sunshine. Fastball high. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike on Dan Sullivan. J.D. Urso is on deck. Again, Lyons on third. Again, he walked. He got balked to second. And then he went to third on a wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shortstop Quintero playing Sullivan up the middle. There's a changeup. Oh, just missed. So 2-1 the count on Dan Sullivan. Again, Sullivan out of Palatine, Illinois, out of the heart of the Midwest, 6'2", 215. Center fielder Schnurz playing Sullivan to pull. The 2-1 is sliced foul, third base side. That'll even the count up at 2-2 on Dan Sullivan. Again, Sullivan came in batting .571, 4 for 7. So he is now 5 for 8 on the year. So he's got a robust average in the early going. As the wind picks up. So Villa at the set. And the 2-2 is a changeup outside, and it's 3-2. So again, Villa over 100 pitches. I think Winkelmeier would love to see him get out of the inning. I kind of doubt now he's going to come out for the 6th. Again, Rodriguez, he appears to be ready. He's been warming up for a while. So let's see what happens here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leading off at third. 3-1 Tampa. The pitch is a chopper hit up the middle, but Quintero perfectly positioned, throws to first in time. And that retires the side. So Sullivan is out 6-3. Tampa, they had a single run in the first. They've added single runs in the fourth and now in the 5th. So 1 run in the inning, 1 hit, a walk. Runner left at third. So we are halfway. We've played 4.5 here at Andy Seminick Less Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Tampa 3 and Florida Tech 1. Again, J.C. Meyerholtz with you at FloridaTechSports.com. Again, still plenty of light out here, but the lights are on here at Andy Seminick Less Hall Field. Well, again, earlier we had the women's lacrosse team practicing over to my right at Rick Stoller Field, and later on the women's soccer team came out and worked out, but they are gone. So Rick Stoller Field is currently empty, looking beautiful with all that green grass. Again, they are the home for men's soccer. Men's soccer is going to have a match a week from tonight against Florida Southern, as Robin Chan is getting in a spring season, which he would have done in any event if there was no pandemic, and we would have had a fall season in 2020, which of course did not exist. But hopefully fall of 2021 we'll get back to normalcy with soccer and volleyball. Again, volleyball getting in an abbreviated season as well. And softball, I'll be at Nancy Bocke Field, which again is directly behind me. Panther softball team playing pretty well, although they lost to Tampa last night 2-0 in an abbreviated game that was stopped by lightning in the 6th inning. And again, they'll be playing Tampa tomorrow in a doubleheader. That'll start at 2:30. So Paul still on the mound for Tampa, up 3-1, and this is Blaze Maris leading off here in the bottom of the 5th. Maris singled, moved up to second on a walk, was sacrificed to third, and eventually scored an RBI ground out by Newton, and Maris gets hit by the pitch. So he takes one for the team, and he'll go down to first. So Paul has struck out 3. He has walked 1. He has now hit a batter, but he's allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. Again, coming in with a 2-0 record. Again, his ERA a little bit high, 4.35. I mean, if this keeps up, that ERA will certainly go down. Here's Sam Schnurr. Fastball outside, ball 1. Schnurr walked in the 3rd. So Schnurr representing the potential tying run at the plate. I'll tell you, Schnurr off to a great start. He's batting .348. He's second on the team in hits with 8. Second on the team in RBIs with 5. The pitch is a fastball in for a called strike, and it's 1-1 on Sam Schnurr. Again, nobody's catching Raul Quintero probably anytime soon. Again, he came in batting .500, 10 for 20. Quintero entering the game. He's now actually 10 for 21. Still doing real well. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball left center field. Long run for the left fielder, Lyons, but he makes the catch. So fly ball left, Schnurr retired, Maris back to first. And that is out number 1. Here's Raul Quintero. And I say this a little bit sarcastically. Quintero's in a bit of a slump. He is 0 for his last 4. Again, he started off the year 7 for 8. And that helped him garner the Sunshine State Conference Player of the Week honor, along with the South Regional Player of the Week honor. Well, he's slowing down a little bit, just showing that he's human. But I'll tell you, defensively, he has already made about 3 outstanding plays in the field today. Swung on and missed. And strike 1 on Raul Quintero. Again, Raul out of Weston, Florida. He's an accounting major, wants to be a CPA. So he's good with the baseball numbers, and he's good with the mathematical numbers. Swung on and missed. Good cut there by Quintero, but missed it. And it's a strike 2 on Raul. Jacob Newton on deck. Again, Blaze Maris, who got hit by a pitch, is on at first with 1 out. Again, Quintero certainly not known for his home runs, but he is the potential tying run at the plate. So again, Paul, the starting pitcher. Again, he's out of Clearwater. Strike 2 pitch is a fly ball center field, but plenty of time for Cadenas. He makes the one-handed catch. About a third of the way off of first was Maris. He goes back to first. So Quintero's 0 for 2 in a sacrifice. In fact, both of his outs have been to center field to Cadenas. Here's Jacob Newton, the left fielder. Newton flew out to right in the first and then had an RBI ground out in the 3rd, scoring Blaze Maris with the only Panther run. So for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 5th, runner on first, 2 outs. Again, Tampa leading 3-1. Again, the Spartans, single runs in the 1st, 4th, and 5th. Florida Tech, a single run in the 3rd as Newton fouls it off straight back behind home plate. So strike 1 on Newton, who was 2 for 4 with a walk the other night against Rollins. Newton has hit safely in 6 of the 7 Panther games, and he has reached base in all 7 games so far this year. Has not reached base yet in this game. And he had the RBI ground out, pitch outside for a ball, 1-1. Tell you, Newton made one of the great catches of the year. He'll probably make a few more, but he robbed I want to say it was a Nova player of a home run in left field. Just reached over the fence and reeled it back in. The 1-1 is sliced foul, floated over the head of Greg Winkelmeier at third base. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Again, the Panthers, they've been to the postseason 4 times under Winkelmeier. The last time they got to go to, I'm trying to remember, I think it was Arkansas, 2015. Pitches a changeup for a ball. I'm trying to reflect here. 2015, hard to believe that was 6 years ago. I went up to Rome, Georgia, did a super regional for softball against Shorter. And my departed friend Paul Van Scott went with baseball to Arkansas. The 2-2 is in the dirt. Nice block there by Rulai. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. That's going to mean an automatic start at first base for Maris. And with that in mind, Malcolm is going to lay off the base runner and play deep, which is probably a smart thing to do. Again, Newton, a left-handed batter, so Malcolm is still giving him a little bit of the right field line. So the runner goes. The 3-2 is sliced foul, and they'll have to wind it up and do it all over again. So back to first is Maris. Outfield pretty much straight away against Newton. Again, Maris will get a running start here. Again, Malcolm not holding him on, so Maris should get a full head of steam. He does, and it's a base hit into left field. Can Maris go to a third? No, because it's hit in front of him to left field. That ball was hit so hard by Newton that it got the Lions real quick in left field. So that means Maris has to stop at second. So the Panthers have something cooking here. Let's see, this is the second time in the game that the Panthers have gotten 2 runners on base in an inning. Here is Rodney Bernard. He is 0 for 2. He flew out to right field in the first. He popped up to second in the third. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Oh, Paul took off something nice off that pitch, and Bernard missed it. So no balls and 1 strike on Rodney. He'll be followed by Paul Castillo. So again, Maris on second, Newton on first, and Newton not being held on by Malcolm. He elects to play deep. So those are the tying runs on the base paths. The strike 1 pitch is a pop-up foul. That's straight back and out of play. That goes toward Nancy Botke Field, and that is the softball field for Florida Tech softball. Again, they'll be in action tomorrow, 2:30 against Tampa. So again, it's a Tampa-Florida Tech weekend, either in Tampa or over here. Again, baseball heading over to Tampa tomorrow for a doubleheader. Paul checking the runner at second. Strike 2 pitch is a fastball high. Bernard lays off, and it's 1-2 on Rodney Bernard. Again, he is a civil engineering major. Again, Rodney came in just batting 143. But again, he had a 2-run homer in the top of the first inning against Rollins 2 nights ago and had a sacrifice fly and had 3 RBIs. 1-2 pitch. This one is sliced, but right to Malcolm at first. Didn't even have to move. He goes unassisted to the bag, and the inning is over. So Bernard hit that ball pretty hard on the ground, but it was right to Malcolm. And Bernard is retired, and the Panthers leave 2 runners on first and second. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We played 5. It is Tampa 3 and Florida Tech 1. We will pause and be back. This is Florida Tech Baseball at FloridaTechSports.com.
Innovation depends on secure data, and Florida Institute of Technology helps meet the demand for both. We dream in binary code. Information assurance is part of our programming.
When it comes to cybersecurity and AI, Florida Tech is a great asset to the Space Coast.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your future go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for cybersecurity and AI. Florida Tech stands for the space.
My executive producer, Kevin Capella, doing a great job as we come back from that commercial. We go to the top of the sixth inning. It is Tampa 3, Florida Tech 1. New pitcher for the Panthers. So Boris Villa exits the premises for Andres Rodriguez, who is 5'9", 165, a junior and a local product out of Melbourne. Went to Melbourne High. Transfer from Eastern Florida State College. Again, Jeff Tam used to be the head coach at Eastern Florida State. He's now the pitching coach for Greg Winkelmeier. So the pipeline will certainly always be alive at Eastern Florida State, which is probably a good 20 minutes up the road on Wickham. So Rodriguez into the game. Let's check his numbers. Does not have a one-loss record yet. Third appearance of the year, 7.2 ERA. He's pitched a grand total of 5 innings. He's allowed 4 runs, all of them earned on 3 hits. He has walked 3. He has struck out 9, so he's got the strikeout-to-walk ratio in the right direction, 3-1. He has allowed 1 home run in 5 innings of work, and opponents are batting 176 against him. So the Melbourne High Bulldog, again, Melbourne High is like 2 miles down the road. And again, Eastern Florida State about 20 minutes up the road. So Rodriguez, he's been a Melbourne guy his whole life pretty much as far as baseball. He delivers the pitch for a ball. J.D. Urso leading off for Tampa. Again, the Spartans up 3-1 as we begin the top of the sixth inning. It's bottom of the batting order. J.D. Urso, Josh Rulai, and Jose Cadenas for the Tampa Spartans. Fastball in for a called strike. All right. Thank you, Jerry Durney. Got the line on Villa. The 1-1 pitch is swung on a miss. So 5 innings for Villa. Of course, he'll be the losing pitcher unless Florida Tech can rally here. So 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. He walked 3, 110 pitches, and 63 strikes. There's a foul ball out of play. So again, he struck out 4, walked 3, 110 pitches. So very busy game for Villa. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Urso, who has reached on a fielder's choice and walked. And did he go too far? I think he did. Yes, he did. So Urso is retired. Again, the son of the head coach, Joe Urso. Again, Joe Dillon Urso. So 5th strikeout for Panther pitching. First strikeout for Rodriguez. That brings up Josh Rulai, the catcher. Josh is 1 for 1. He also got hit by a pitch. Again, Tampa's out hit Florida Tech 5-4. The pitch is a fastball missing for a ball. It's ball 1. So Rodriguez appears to have a pretty good hum in his fastball. Center fielder Schnurr playing Rulai slightly to pull to left center. Again, the wind is picking up pretty significantly, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Pitch is low for a ball, and the count runs to 2-0 on Josh Rulai. He'll be followed by Jose Cadenas. And the 2-0 is in for a called strike. That's a 2-1 count on Rulai. And the 2-1. High pop-up, right side. Second baseman Bernard goes out, but the right fielder Parrish comes in and makes the catch. So Rulai retired, 2 outs and nobody on here in the 6th inning. Again, Tampa up 3-1. Here's the number 9 hitter, the center fielder, Jose Cadenas. Again, playing center field. Again, on a bunt. He bunted it out 5-3, and that scored Urso in the 4th inning. That was with the 2nd Tampa run. Again, they added another run in the 5th inning. And again, they are up 3-1. And breaking ball misses outside by Rodriguez to Cadenas. Ball 1. Nick Winkelmeier, the leadoff batter, is on deck. Center fielder Schnurr playing Cadenas to go the other way. There's a pop-up foul straight back behind us toward the concession stand. By the way, the mozzarella sticks, quite delicious, especially with the marinara sauce. I want to thank our great crew in the concession stand for bringing me a little pre-dinner. The pitch is low for a ball. It's 1-1. Now it's exactly 7 o'clock. Where would I rather be but here on a very breezy Friday night? No, not too many other places. It's always great to come out here. Some shadows on the field. Ball's fouled off and out of play, but still just about the entire outfield is still basked in sunlight. The grass in the infield starting to get some shadows. Also shadows left field line, foul territory, and then going all the way behind home plate. But still, a lot of light out here. I mean, the lights are on, but it is getting darker a lot later here. The 2-2 is a breaking ball outside, and it's 3-2 on Jose Cadenas. So we'll see how long Rodriguez goes. There's no action in the Panther bullpen. Again, Winkelmeier used 7 pitchers the other night. Again, 5 of them were for an inning or less. So, again, the pitchers are pretty fresh. And the pitch is in for a call. Strike 3. Oh, nasty pitch on the inside corner. So, Cadenas out on strikes. I think he thought it was inside, but not the case. So Rodriguez comes in, strikes out 2 of the 3 batters that he faces, and for the first time, Tampa is set down in order, 3 up and 3 down. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at anti-Semitic Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Tampa 3 and Florida Tech 1. Again, J.C. Miles with you at FloridaTechSports.com. Again, looking at the all-time coaches sheet for Tampa, and again, Joe Urso's been here since 2001. And, I mean, it's just amazing the run that he has had. I mean, this is really hard to believe. I mean, Tampa has made the postseason every single year that Joe Urso has been the head coach. Again, 5 national titles. Let's see, beginning in 2006, 2007, he actually went back-to-back. Also went back-to-back 2013, 2014. Or actually 2013, and then national semifinalists in 14, national champions in 2015, and still another national championship 2 years ago. Again, just an amazing run. His 21st year, 5 national championships, and again, 1 as a player way back in 1992. He graduated in 92. Lilo Prado was the manager, and Urso missed out. In 93, they won the national championship again, but he already left the team. All right, for the Panthers, leading off here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Paul Castillo, the third baseman. Paul is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 4th inning. He went to third in a wild pitch, but he was left there. And the pitch to Castillo in for a called strike. And hopefully Paul's coming out a little bit of a slump. That was only his 3rd hit of the year. In fact, that double snapped an 0 for 14 streak. Again, 3-1 Tampa here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch is low for a ball. That'll run the count to 1-2 on Paul Castillo. So for the Panthers, 4, 5, and 6. In the batting order, Castillo, Parrish, and Garcia trying to do something against Michael Paul, who is spinning. A good one here. Swung on and missed. Parrish strikes out, but the ball dropped. The throw to first is in time to complete the strikeout. So Castillo strikes out, and the K 2-3. Again, Rulai throwing it down to Malcolm to complete the strikeout. So that's the 4th strikeout for Paul. So Paul has struck out 4. He has walked 1. He has hit a batter. He's given up 1 run on only 4 hits in 5+ innings of work. Here's Brett Parrish. He struck out swinging. against Paul back in the fourth. He did single, though, in the second inning, so he's got one of the four Panther hits. And Parrish trying to get the bunt down, but bunts it hard foul down the left field side as the third baseman, Erhard, backhands the ball and throws it to the catcher. Looks like they'll get a new ball into play, so no balls and one strike on Brett Parrish, to be followed by Diego Garcia. The wind now blowing out toward right center field. Got a beautiful evening on this March the 19th. Well, we're getting through March pretty quickly. April is on the horizon. There's a changeup outside. It's 1-1 on Parrish. And the pitch is fouled off and out of play. I'm going to guess from the first pitch to now, how far do you think the temperature has dropped? I mean, 10 degrees? Does that sound right? Okay. We'll go with that. Still, I find it very comfortable. The 1-2 pitch, changeup, a beauty by Paul, and Parrish strikes out. So back-to-back strikeouts of Castillo and Parrish by Paul here in the sixth inning. So fifth strikeout for Paul, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Diego Garcia, the designated hitter. Garcia has hit a tapper back to Paul. That occurred in the second, and he struck out swinging against Paul in the fourth. Well, the Panthers still with plenty of time. We're only in the sixth inning, but again, down by 2. Swung on and missed. We'll have to see how long Paul goes. Well, again, both teams. What's that? Okay, 90th pitch for Paul. That's not bad, being in the sixth inning. Ball fouled off and out of play on pitch number 91. So 2 strikes on Garcia. So unless this is a long at bat, Paul will not get too near 100 until the seventh inning. There's a chopper up the third base side, but it's going to hook foul. Barely hooks foul, but it does so. About halfway up the line, scooped up by the third baseman, Erhard. So back to the plate will be Garcia with a strike 2 count. Yeah, I'll tell you, if you have 90 pitches in a ball game, I mean, the sixth inning, that's a pretty good job by Paul. Let your fielders do the play. Don't strike everybody out. You know, as Kevin Costner said to Nuke LaLoosh and Bull Durham, hey, you don't have to strike everybody out. Let your fielders play the game. As that movie went on, Nuke listened to Costner, or as it was, Crash Davis. Ball fouled off and out of play. I'll tell you, I think I've watched Bull Durham like 3 times in the last 2 months. Seems like MLB Network continues to run it, and I continue to watch it. And if Field of Dreams comes on, that'll be a good one too. And who's in that movie? Of course, Kevin Costner. Strike 2 pitch is fouled off, cued foul over toward the first base side, and it remains strike 2 on Diego Garcia. Alec Eldridge is hoping to get a turn at bat as, again, the wind is picking up, so the wind getting a little gusty here at the Olin Complex. And the 0-2 is another foul ball, but I'll tell you, if this keeps up, Paul will get close to 100 pitches. So Garcia making Paul work here in the sixth inning. A little bit of action in the Panther bullpen. Not really any warming up going on, but somebody might start throwing in a minute. Oh, he went too far. Strike 3. And, boy, Paul, good morning, good afternoon, good night. He strikes out the side. Castillo, Parrish, and Garcia consecutively. So that's his 6th strikeout of the ball game. He had only 3 through 5 innings. Now he's got 6 through 6. So that is the second time that Florida Tech has gone down in order. So 3 up, 3 down. We played 6. Tampa 3, Florida Tech 1. We'll pause and be back. This is Florida Tech Baseball at FloridaTechSports.com. We go to the top of the 7th inning. For Tampa, 3 runs on 5 hits. Florida Tech 1 run on 4 hits. I'll tell you, well-played ball game. No errors by either team. So, top of the batting order here for Andres Rodriguez in his 2nd inning of work, relieving Boris Villa. And the pitch to Nick Winkelmeier. Misses for a ball. It's ball 1. Winkelmeier is 0 for 2 and a walk. In fact, he walked in the first, and then E.J. Cumbo drove him in as he laced a double down the right field line. That got Tampa on the board, and they've been in pretty much control. Pitch misses for a ball. Florida Tech did tie the game in the 3rd inning at 1-1. RBI ground out by Newton. And then Tampa single runs in the 4th and 5th, 3-1, and that's where we are. Pitch by Rodriguez. Fastball, fouled off. Left side, out of play. So Winkelmeier to be followed by E.J. Cumbo and Drew Erhard. Two and 1 the count. Fastball's high. I'll tell you, Rodriguez, he's, again, got good hump in his fastball, but he misses high, and it's 3 and 1. Some action is stirring up in the Panther bullpen. But whoever's throwing has his jacket on, so that's all right. 3-1 pitch is in for a called strike, 3-2. Again, with a doubleheader tomorrow, I think Greg Berkemeyer would like to stretch Rodriguez out for as long as he can go, because you'll have at least 16 innings of baseball tomorrow. Of course, extra innings, you need more pitching. Panthers have quite a few pitchers on their staff, so they can do it. 3-2 pitch is a high, ball 4. So Winkelmeier walks for the 2nd time in the game. So 0 for 2 and 2 walks as Winkelmeier doesn't have a hit, but has been on base twice. That brings up the right fielder, E.J. Cumbo. Again, Cumbo's RBI double drove in Winkelmeier in the 1st. Cumbo singled in the 5th. He stole 2nd. Went to 3rd on a ground out, and then he scored on a balk. So he's 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. The pitch misses. Swung on and missed. And it's strike 1 on E.J. Cumbo. So Rodriguez glaring over at first, trying to keep Winkelmeier close. Eldridge holding him on. Strike 1 pitch. Nice changeup in for a called strike, and it's 1-1. It's 0-2 on Cumbo. We got Drew Erhard on deck. Again, Winkelmeier leading off at first. Winkelmeier is 2 for 2 on steals. So let's see if we have some action here. The 2-strike pitch is swung on and missed. Oh, he fouled it off. Okay. Thought maybe it was tipped back into the glove of Maris, but Maris couldn't hold on, so remains strike 2 on Cumbo. So not Gumbo, but Cumbo. Nothing like seafood gumbo soup. I love it. Slightly open stance from the left side. Rodriguez taking his time. And a foul ball, just getting a piece of it. Cumbo. So the count remains 1-2 on Cumbo. EJ, 5'8", 180, sophomore, again, East Meadow, New York. New York Tech transfer. Rodriguez at the set. 1-2 is fouled off. That hit either the mask of Maris or the umpire. In any event, a little bit of pain. That's why you wear the mask. Many reasons to wear a mask these days, and certainly for the umpire and the catcher, even more of a reason. So 2-2. So pretty interesting at bat here between Cumbo and Rodriguez. And the pitch is lined out in the right center field. This is going to fall in for a base hit. Winkelmeier stops at second. Thought about going to third. He rounded second, but stopped there as Joe Urso held him up, the third base coach. So Cumbo with a single to right center field, and that moves Winkelmeier up to second. So Tampa already up 3-1, looking for more. I mean, you can never have enough runs. And who's Drew Erhard, the third baseman? Drew is 1 for 2 and a sacrifice, singled in the third inning. Let's see if Erhard might be bunting here. They're in the corners. Castillo, the third baseman, even with the bag at third, and Eldridge on the edge of the grass at first. So he is not holding on the runner. So he might have to be ready here to field a possible bunt. You know, again, I think it's important for Rodriguez, the pitcher, to try and get off the mound for a possible bunt on the left side and allow Castillo to just hang out at third for a possible throw. And the pitch. The bunt is down, but it's foul up the third baseline. I'll tell you, it's always hard to defend the bunt, you know, especially when runners are on first and second because, you know, Castillo at third, I mean, if he's charging, who's going to cover third base? Well, it can't be Quintero because he's all the way over at second. So, I mean, if you're Rodriguez, I mean, this is the kind of thing you got to work on in practice. If you're Rodriguez, the pitcher, it's really important for him to, you know, get off the mound and cover the third base side of the grass so that Castillo can just go back to third and wait for a possible throw. I mean, I don't care if it's a major league team or whatever level. That is hard to defend. The strike one pitch. The bunt is down, third base side, and Castillo's got to have to field it, which means he has to go to first in time. So, again, that's a reason to bunt it to third and force the third baseman to field it, and Castillo had no other choice but to go to first. So, 5-3 sacrifice, successful Erhard, moving Winkelmeier up to third and Cumbo up to second. So now Tampa has a couple of opportunities to score. They got Jamarcus Lyons, a very good hitter, and then you got John Malcolm on deck. And, you know, John Malcolm's 0 for 3. He's due for a breakout. Lyons does not have a hit, but he's reached on the fielder's choice, and he's walked. And you know what? They just did the intentional walk to Lyons. Again, you don't throw 4 wide ones anymore. The umpire just says go to first if he gets the word from the manager to put him on. So the intentional walk, Lyons goes down to first. So we now have the bases loaded and 1 out. The middle infield for Florida Tech back at double play depth, hoping for a ground ball. John Malcolm comes up again. He is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, and he has struck out twice. So again, a ground ball in the middle of the infield should score a run because Bernard and Quintero are playing deep, hoping for a ground ball. The pitch. That's a wild pitch. Gets past Maris, and here comes the run. The last thing that Rodriguez wanted to do. So scoring is Winkelmeier. The other runners move up, Cumbo to third, and Lyons up to second. So the run is in. It's now 4-1 Tampa. They hope they're not done. Runners on second and third, and 1 out. And now with runners on second and third, the Panther infield will come in with Bernard at second and Quintero at short on the edge of the grass. So now a ground ball to the infield. You must come home. The ball 1 pitch is just off the outside corner. It's 2 balls and no strikes on John Malcolm. So again, Cumbo on third and Lyons on second. There's only 1 out. Boy, if you're Rodriguez, you're buying the count 2-0. You'd like to get a pop-up or a strikeout, but he's going to have to work his way here to get a strikeout. Outfield straight away, the 2-0 is a chopper. Rodriguez will come home, the flip, and the runner is out as he tries to retreat, and he is out. Now, I'll tell you, good base running there. Good base running there by Cumbo. He figured, well, you know what? I'm probably going to be out. I'm going to backtrack, and I'm going to allow Malcolm, the batter, to get to second base. So let me see here. That is a that is a 1-2 fielder's choice. And then Malcolm moves to second while the activity was going on between home plate and third. But I'll tell you, there's just something about smart base running that I really like. You know, being a New York Met fan, the Mets aren't always the greatest team in running the bases, but that was really smart by by Cumbo. Swung on and missed. The batter is Dan Sullivan. So let's see. We got Lyons on third. And again, Malcolm, who reached on the fielder's choice, was able to get to second while the activity was going on between home plate and third. And there's only, there are 2 outs. Swung on and missed. So Rodriguez, he has a fairly good chance to get out of the inning. Runners are on second and third, but there are 2 outs. Middle of the infield is dropped back, hoping for a normal ground ball. Quintero is playing Sullivan practically up the middle behind second. So there's a big hole between third and short. Again, Sullivan, left-handed batter. There's a ground ball to second. Bernard slides down for it, has time, throws to first in time. Bobbled it, but still had time to throw out the runner at first base. So pretty good job by Rodriguez. Florida Tech was in a bit of trouble and giving up multiple runs in the inning, but Tampa scores only 1. So they send 6 batters to the plate. They score 1 run on 1 hit. There are a couple of walks and a fielder's choice. So 7th inning stretch time here at anti-Semitic Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Tampa 4 and Florida Tech 1. Coming up for the Panthers will be the bottom of the batting order. Will be Alec Eldridge, Blaze Maris, and Sam Schnurr. We will keep it out here. And the reason I want to keep it out here is I want to get to my baseball quotes. And I want to thank my good friend Tom Herrera from Wagon Mound, New Mexico, for sending these quotes to me. As Jordan Leisure is going to come in to pitch, we'll talk about him in a moment. Let me get in a few Leo DeRocher quotes. If you don't win, you're going to be fired. If you do win, you're only putting off the day that you're going to be fired. Again, Leo DeRocher. Again, Leo DeRocher, he got suspended before the 47th season and did not get the chance to manage Jackie Robinson until the 48th season. Then he was only with the Dodgers for a couple of months. He had dispute with management, and he moved cross town to the Polo Grounds and coached the Giants. Let's see. Okay, Mikey. Hey, Mikey, you going to eat the cereal? No, I'm not. I'm not going to eat it. Mikey Navaretti has come into play third. And the third baseman, Erhard, has moved to second. So evidently Winkelmeier is out of the game. Let's talk about Jordan Leisure, fastball, curveball, changeup pitcher. Right-hander, 6'2", 195, a junior out of Tampa. So local product, went to Riverview High School in Tampa. This is his 4th appearance, leads the club. He's listed as 0-1 with a 0 ERA. Boy, you have a 0 ERA and you're 0-1. Guess he gave up some unearned runs. Pitch in for a strike. Leading off for the Panthers, Alec Eldridge. He'll be followed by Blaze Maris and Sam Schnurr. Eldridge, 0 for 2, struck out in the second, grounded out the short in the fourth. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And it's a 2-strike count on Eldridge. So Leisure's allowed 3 hits in 7 1/3 innings of work, and he's allowed 1 run, and it was unearned. Swung on and missed. Boy, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thanks for coming. So on 3 pitches, Eldridge goes down, and Leisure gets a quick strikeout.
Number 9, Blaze Maris.
That is actually the 4th consecutive batter that has struck out. As again, Paul struck out the side in the 6th, and now Leisure comes in, gets the first batter here in the 7th. All right, my thanks to Jerry Durney for the line on Paul, which I'll go over in a minute. And that ball sliced foul past the Panther bullpen and over toward Rick Stoller's soccer field. Strike two is the count. I'll tell you, Michael Paul, quality start. Went 6 innings, allowed 1 run. It was earned on 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 6. 96 pitches and 63 strikes. That pitch misses for a ball by Leisure to Blaze Maris, and it's a 1-2. Maris is 1 for 1, a single, and he also got hit by a pitch. And this one is ripped foul down the third base side. It's 7:27 in the evening. The sun is just about set. The lights are taking more of a full effect here at anti-Semitic Les Hall Field. A little windy, but again, pretty good conditions. Change up in for a call. Strike 3. I think Maris might have been looking for a fastball. That definitely caught him off guard. So that is the 8th strikeout by Tampa pitching. Again, Paul had 6. And now Leisure's got 2, so 5 consecutive Panther batters going back to the last inning have struck out consecutively. 2 outs and nobody on. Here is Sam Schnurr, pitch in for a called strike. I'll tell you, Leisure's really dealing. 0-1 the count on Schnurr. He is 0 for 1 and a walk. Being played toward left center. There's a chopper at the short. Urso, nice hop, throws the first in time, and boy, that was a quick inning. Last 2 innings have been really quick for Tampa pitching. Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. Florida Tech has been set down 3 times in 7 innings tonight. So we played 7 here at anti-Semitic Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech. It is Tampa. They are in control. They lead it by the score of 4-1. We'll take a break and be back. This is Panther Baseball, FloridaTechSports.com.
Same year as NASA, Florida Institute of Technology helped put the space in the Space Coast. Aerospace is in our DNA. It's what we did first, and it's what we do best.
Florida Tech is developing engineers with the skill sets foundational to the aerospace industry and companies like Northrop Grumman here on the Space Coast.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your industry go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for aerospace. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast. Florida Institute of Technology is building a new bridge for the Space Coast, the Health Sciences Research Center, a bridge between engineering and anatomy, math and medicine, software and soft tissue.
The healthcare industry depends on scientific advancement and innovation, and that's why having Florida Tech here on the Space Coast is so valuable.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your health go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for biomedical engineering and health sciences. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast. Disruptive innovation depends on secure data, and Florida Institute of Technology helps meet the demand for both. We dream in binary code. Information assurance is part of our programming.
When it comes to cybersecurity and AI, Florida Tech is a great asset to the Space Coast.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and your future.
All right, welcome back. According to my phone, it is 67 degrees. Again, I have to say, this might be the chilliest 67 degrees I've ever been in. And the wind is blowing. Maybe with the wind chill, it's about 60. But still feeling pretty good. Tampa feeling pretty good. They're up 4-1 as we begin the top of the 8th inning. J.D. Urso, the son of the head coach, leading things off. And he hits one in the left field, base hit. That'll make his proud papa happy. As he rounds first, Newton throws the ball back in, and J.D. has been on base thrice today, a walk, a fielder's choice, but his first hit of the game. Well, I'll tell you, Joe was quite a player at Tampa in the early 90s. He's hoping J.D. can be more of the same. Again, J.D. was MVP 1 year on the Tampa club back in the early 90s. Again, won a national championship, and then, as they say, the rest is history with Joe. What a life. The pitch is low for a ball. By the way, I hope Sean McCall is watching the game. Sean did the Lake Elsinore Storm radio for, I think at least 25 years, and left Lake Elsinore, but he still has his house there, but evidently now living in Idaho. And I got to know Sean from 1998 to 2002. I mean, I did the Bakersfield Blaze, and he did the Lake Elsinore Storm. Pitches in for a called strike. So, Sean, I don't think I've talked to you in 20 years. I hope all's well with you as you transition for the rest of your life. Hopefully you get back into baseball because you're a heck of a play-by-play guy. Again, Rulai is the batter. He is 1 for 2, and he got hit by a pitch. And again, Joe Urso and Sean McCall, very good friends. Again, Urso played at Lake Elsinore in the California League. Ball's fouled off, and that got part of Maris. He's kind of going to take a break here and try and walk that off. And the home plate umpire, John Alvin, doing the nice thing, going out and having a chat with Rodriguez to allow Maris to get his faculties together. And Greg Berkmeyer is going to come out and check on Maris as well. Again, Joe Urso played at Lake Elsinore, had a pretty good minor league career with the Angels. Is a 49th round draft choice way back when. So, Sean McCall, hope you're doing well. Again, Lake Elsinore, what a beautiful ballpark. If you ever get out to California and want to see some minor league baseball, I mean, the California League's got some beautiful parks. Rancho Cucamonga, the Quakes. Modesto's got a nice park. But the High Desert Mavericks are no longer around. That was one of the first parks that popped up in Southern California as far as minor league baseball. That was like 1990, but they have left the area. The stadium is still there. Ball's fouled off and out of play. I'll tell you, that was a simple kind of ballpark. Modern, though, only one level. But that was really a nice park. But I think Lake Elsinore kind of takes the cake. And kind of designed like Hampton Yards, from just the way the architecture and everything that goes with it. All right, runner leading off at first, Eldridge holding on. Urso. There's a ground ball in the hole, base hit in the left field by Rulai. Urso will take the wide turn at second, but he'll hold there. So back-to-back hits by Urso and Rulai, and Tampa in business trying to extend this 4-1 lead. That'll bring up Jose Cadenas, the catcher. Again, we had a couple of changes. Navarrete came into play third base, and Erhard moved from third to second. Cadenas still playing center field. Cadenas is 0 for 3, but he did have an RBI on a bunt to Castillo, threw the runner out at first, but it was the safety squeeze. And that drove in Urso, who was on third base at the time. Otherwise, Cadenas has struck out twice. So again, top of the 8th, 4-1 Tampa. I want to tell you, it's getting a little chilly out here. Wonder if they got the hot chocolate going in the concession stand. I am not a coffee drinker, but I love hot chocolate. All right, Rodriguez at the set. Change up, bunted on. Rodriguez will field it. He has to hurry, and he gets him at first base. So 1-3 sacrifice successful by Cadenas. I'll tell you, Tampa, they have had some nice bunts today to move the runners up. So Urso moves up to third, and Rulai up to second. And there's only one out. We go back to the top of the batting order. So Navarrete going to come up. So Navarrete is in Winkelmeier's spot at the top of the batting order. And Greg Berkmeyer is coming out to the mound. There is some action in the Panther bullpen. So let's see if this is a social visit or whether Rodriguez will be taken out. It looks like the Panther pitcher in the bullpen is just getting warmed up. So I think Rodriguez will have to stay in. Well, again, Rodriguez, 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Ran into a little bit of trouble in the 7th, allowed a run. And here he's in a bit of a pickle with runners on second and third and one out. And home plate umpire John Alvin going about halfway to the mound, trying to break things up, and Rodriguez will stay in. So again, Navarrete, who came in to play third base, has assumed Winkelmeier's spot in the batting order. Navarrete, 5'10", 165, a senior out of Miami, went to Christopher Columbus High School, transfer from Santa Fe College. For about the third or fourth time in this game, the Panther infield is in all the way around, trying to cut down the runner at the plate, and the pitch is in for a called strike, 0-1 on Navarrete. Navarrete just 2 for 11 on the season, batting .182. So again, infield all the way in. If they get a ground ball, they must come home. Of course, that doesn't mean the runner will necessarily break because there's only one out. So a long look in for Rodriguez. He is at the set. And the 0-1 is a breaking ball hit to right. That might score the run. Parrish makes the catch. Runner tagged. Here he comes. He will make it. Head first slide and scoring is Urso. I'll tell you, pretty good throw by Parrish. I mean, I wouldn't say the play was really, really close, but he made it fairly close. So, sacrifice fly, Navarrete to right field, RBI, scoring, Rulai. So, second run of the inning. And it's now 6-1 in favor of Tampa. So the Spartans trying to pull away here. That brings up E.J. Cumbo, the right fielder. So at the set is Rodriguez. And time called. Cumbo RBI double in the first. He singled in the fifth. He singled in the seventh, so he is 3 for 4 with a couple of RBIs and a run scored. He's had a very productive early evening. Swung on and missed. Waved at, and it's a strike one count on E.J. Cumbo. Getting a transfer from New York Tech. Kind of moves that bat around high in back of his head. This one is hooked in the right field, and Parrish off the plate on a hop. Throw to the plate will be not in time. Throw down to second will be not in time. So, RBI single, Cumbo goes to second on the throw home. And it's now, I think it's 7-1, isn't it? Oh, it is 6? Oh, okay. 6-1.
Second baseman, number 2, Drew Erhard.
So there's Drew Erhard, the third baseman. So first multiple run inning for the Spartans. And they lead at 6-1. And there's a wild pitch by Rodriguez. That'll move the runner Cumbo up to third. So things unraveling a little bit for Florida Tech here late in the ball game. Again, it was 3-1 for a while. Again, Tampa scored 1 in the 7th. They've added 2 more here in the 8th. And now Florida Tech staring at a 5-run deficit and hoping to keep it at 5 runs. As again, we have a runner on third in Cumbo. Drew Erhard at the plate with a 1 ball and no strike count. Again, 2 outs. Outfield straight away against Erhard. Again, Erhard started the game at third. He has since moved to second base. Swung on and missed. That'll even the count up 1-1. Drew Erhard. Jamarcus Lyons is on deck. So again, a little chilly out here. Temperature, again, listed as 67, but I think it's dropping pretty quick. 1-1. Fastball's low. Continues to be a 1-1 count. We got a left-hander in the Panther bullpen. Trying to see what the number is. So 2-1 the count. And the pitch by Rodriguez. It's outside, and it's now 3-1. So 3-1 on Erhard. Swung on a miss. Luis Morion is warming up in the pen. Left-hander out of Pembroke Pines down near the Fort Lauderdale area. So we might or might not see him. Again, we're only in the 8th inning. So we'll have to see how long Rodriguez goes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. And the payoff is a chopper hit wide of third and takes a wicket hop past Castillo and into left field. So base hit? Okay. So base hit by Erhard, and that drives in another run. Cumbo scores. It's a 3-run inning, and it's now 7-1. That brings up Jamarcus Lyons, the left fielder. Lyons has walked twice. In fact, the last time was intentional. They just said, go down to first. We're not going to throw 4 wide ones. We don't do that anymore. So he's actually been on base 3 times. Doesn't have a hit yet. 2 walks and also reached on a fielder's choice. There's a chopper as Castillo backs up. The long throw from third. And he gets by the first baseman Eldridge down the right side. Urso's going to stop the runner at third. And the other runner, Lyons, who hit the ball, moves up to second base. So throwing error E5 on Castillo. That was kind of a tough play for Paul. I mean, all he could do was really back up, and he had a long throw to first. I'll tell you, that is a long throw. I mean, even if you play third base your whole life, that is a hard throw to make. All right, Greg Winkelmeier has made the sign of the bullpen, so Luis Morion is going to come in for the Panthers. So tough doing for Rodriguez. I mean, he had a 1-2-3 inning when he entered the game in the 6th inning. He kind of struggled through the 7th, only allowed 1 run, though. But here in the 8th, he's been touched up as 7 batters that come to the plate. There are 2 outs, and Morion is going to try and get the 3rd out. His first batter is going to be John Malcolm. Is pinch running, but we got a lot going on here, don't we? Carlos Salaverria is pinch running at second. He is out of Weston, Florida. Again, that's down there toward Fort Lauderdale. College of Central Florida transfer. So Carlos Salaverria, there's a great name. So Luis Morion comes in. Let's see. I don't have any numbers on Morion. This must be his first appearance. Let's see. Morion last year had 3 appearances, pitched just 3 1/3 innings. Again, you know, the Panthers only played 24 games last year. I say kind of only, and I don't know if I say it in a sarcastic way. I mean, Florida Tech's only going to play about 24 or 25 games this year, but I think this season will have a little more meaning than last year. So Morion, 3 appearances, pitched 3 1/3 innings. He allowed 7 runs, 7 hits, walked 3, struck out 1. So the resume is still not complete on Morion, just a young pitcher trying to find his way. Again, Morion, 5'9", 170, sophomore, Pembroke Pines. Aviation with flight major, wants to be a pilot. And of course, Florida Tech, great aviation program, great engineering program. I mean, great academic school, obviously, but aviation with flight, certainly one of their marquee majors. All right, Joe Urso is clearing the bench. Sam Freitas is pinch hitting for John Malcolm. Freitas, a senior out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Florida Southwestern College transfer. Pitched by Morion, breaking ball. That had a lot of life in it, a little bit too much life. Missed inside for a ball. It's ball one. So again, runners on second and third, 2 outs. Morion would like to just get an out here and get the team out of the inning. Again, it's been a 3-run inning for the Spartans. There's a pop-up foul, first base side, out of play. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Freitas. Freitas looking for his first hit of the year. He is 0 for 4. So if he gets a hit here, he'd be batting 200. Boy, the average just pops up just like that. Pitches outside for a ball. Again, early in the year, until you get a lot of at-bats, that average can either jump way up or jump way down. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Freitas. Outfield straightaway. Again, we're at about 2 hours and 48 minutes, more or less. This has been a little bit of a long one. We're in the top of the 8th. 7-1 Tampa. Ooh, nice breaking ball by Morion in for a strike. That was lethal. 2-2. So again, 2-2 the count. And the 2-2. Fly ball right center. Schnurr trying to track it down along with Parrish. It's Schnurr making the running catch in right center field. So that was well struck by the pinch hitter Freitas, but Schnurr, he had to go a bit of a ways to get that in right center, made the play, and the inning is over. So Tampa breaking through with 3 runs in the top of the 8th inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Andy Semenick Les Hall Field on the campus of Florida Tech, and Tampa starting to pull away. They lead at 7-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Well, again, J.C. Miles with you, FloridaTechSports.com. Again, these two teams are going to turn right around and play a doubleheader over in Tampa tomorrow. Again, Florida Tech's next scheduled home game is Thursday against Barry. That'll be a 4 o'clock start. All right, Salaveria is going to stay in the game, play left. Freitas, who pinched hit, is going to stay in the game and play first base. All right, let's read a couple of more baseball quotes. Again, I'll tell you, one of my best friends in the whole world is Tom Herrera, who lives in Wagon Mound, New Mexico. I met him during my New Mexico days in the late 80s when I lived in Alamogordo and Socorro. Again, Wagon Mound is a small town about 3.5 hours north of Albuquerque. It's really a great place to live because it's so quiet, not much of a population, maybe 500 or 600 people, and a lot of farmland and cows and horses. I mean, I just love going there, and maybe I'll make it out there this summer. Let me get one quote in here. Back then, my idol was Bugs Bunny because I saw a cartoon of him playing ball. You know, the one where he plays every position himself and nobody else in the field but him. Now that I think of it, Bugs is still my idol. You have to love a ball player like that. Who said that? Who said that? It was Nomar Garciaparra, who had a nice career with the Red Sox. All right, bottom of the 8th. Let's see if Florida Tech can make a run here. Again, they've only scored 1 run. It was back in the 3rd inning. Top of the batting order, Raul Quintero, to be followed by Jacob Newton and Rodney Bernard. And Quintero, could this be his 2nd consecutive game without a hit? He went hitless against Rollins. He is 0 for 2 tonight with a sack. There's a fly ball to right. Should be an easy play for the right fielder, and he makes the catch. So Quintero, he has 2 flyouts to center. He has a flyout to right, so 0 for 3 and a sacrifice. And that'll bring up Jacob Newton, the left fielder. Newton is 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th, but he was the one that drove in the only Panther run, RBI ground out to short, scoring Blaze Maris in the 3rd, and that's the only Panther run. Panthers with 1 run on 4 hits. There's a fastball missing for a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch in for a called strike. So Jordan Leisure still on the mound for Tampa. Still has pretty good stuff. Pitch outside, and it's 2-1. And Leisure out of Tampa went to Riverview High. And again, Jacob Newton out of Oakville, Ontario, Canada, where it's probably a lot colder than it is here. Pitch in for a ball. Well, I'll tell you, Colorado and Wyoming, they had a vicious winter storm recently. Are the Rockies going to be able to open up their season on time if that weather continues? There's a ball sliced to left, and it's off the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Newton's going to hold at the first. Wicked shot by Newton, so he gets on base for the second time. He is now 2 for 4, 2 singles. And here's Rodney Bernard, the Panther second baseman. He is flied out to right. He's popped up to second, and he's grounded out unassisted to first. Again, Rodney with his first career home run against Rollins 2 nights ago. It was a 2-run shot in the first inning, and that helped set the tone for Florida Tech. They jumped out 6-1. They eventually held on for a 6-5 win. Rollins tried to rally late, fell a little short. Fastball in for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Bernard. So again, Bernard, first career home run. And he's been a really good hitter over the years for Florida Tech. And again, I was kind of caught off guard. That was the only home run he's hit in his career. Strike 1 pitch becomes strike 2. Pitch in for a called strike outside corner. So 0-2 on Bernard. Again, 1 out, Newton on first. Being held on by Freitas, who is coming to play first base. Outfield playing Bernard to go the other way. Strike 2 pitch is a chopper hit the other way, and this one will be fielded, and throw to second will not be in time, so Bernard will get an infield hit. Second baseman went a long ways for that play. So again, Erhard is playing second. He moved from third to second. He had to cover a lot of real estate just to get to that ball. And he decided to throw to second to try and get Newton from going off the bag, but couldn't do so. So Bernard 1 for 4, infield hit to second. Newton is on second. 1 out. Here's Paul Castillo, the Panther third baseman. Paul is 1 for 3. He doubled in the 4th inning. He went to third base on a wild pitch, but got stranded at third. A couple of hits here. The Panthers could make this game a little more interesting. 1 out, runners on first and second, trailing 7-1, bottom of the 8th. The pitch is fouled off, straight back. So no balls and 1 strike on Paul Castillo. Paul wearing lucky number 13. At the set is Leisure. And the pitch. It's a ball. 1-1 the count. On Castillo, Brett Parrish in the on-deck circle. Right now the wind is blowing out toward right center. 10 to 15 miles per hour, more or less. So if Castillo can get one up in the air to right center, it might do some interesting things. So 1-1, runners lead first and second. First baseman Freitas not holding on the runner. And the 1-1 is a changeup outside, and it's 2-1. So in about 5 minutes or so, we will be at the 3-hour mark in this game. And looking back to Wednesday night, the Rollins game was 3 hours and 27 minutes. We might or might not get there. Pitch outside, and it's 3-1. So Castillo being very selective at the plate, forcing Leisure to work. Looks like there might be some action in the Tampa bullpen. Again, bullpen is obscured by the third base dugout. 3-1 pitch is fouled off. That'll make the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Panthers have another pitcher warming up in the bullpen, so not sure if we'll see Morion. We might see him for another inning. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Florida Tech down by 6. I wouldn't expect the runners to be going here. And they hold, and the pitch is fouled off, left side. So again, Castillo really forcing Leisure to work here. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 1 out. Runners lead first and second. Leisure at the set. Check of the runner at second. And the 3-2 is swung on and missed. So Leisure picking up the strikeout of Castillo. That is the second time that Castillo has struck out. The prior strikeout was against Paul. So that is the 9th strikeout by Tampa pitching. That is the 3rd strikeout for Leisure. And here's Brett Parrish trying to keep this inning going. The pitch is in for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Parrish, who's 1 for 3. He singled in the second, but since then, struck out his last 2 times at the plate. And the pitch misses for a ball. 1-1 on Brett Parrish. Again, the Rockledge High Raider product. Again, the gusty wind picking up here. And time is called. Becoming a little bit of a wind tunnel. I've been in colder conditions, though. Pitches in for a ball, 2-1. I remember when I was back in college at UCF doing a UCF game when they were Division II in the Sunshine State Conference. I did a game in, I think it was February, where it was probably about 30 degrees. There's a chopper at the second. They go to short for the force out, 4-6, and that retires the side. So once again, the Panthers have had a few chances tonight. They've threatened, but again, their only run came in the 3rd inning on an RBI ground out by Newton, and that's been it. So no scoring for the Panthers. They have the 8th inning. We go to the top of the 9th inning. It's so far all Tampa. They lead it 7-1. And we'll pause and be back. This is Florida Tech Baseball, FloridaTechSports.com.
Institute of Technology treasures its home near the Indian River Lagoon and Atlantic Ocean. Seawater flows through our veins. Through in-depth marine research, we make waves.
Having Florida Tech as part of our community allows us to do world-class research along the Indian River Lagoon.
The best place to put the Florida Institute of Technology is the Space Coast here in Melbourne, Florida.
Our work and the local environment go hand in hand. Florida Tech stands for marine science and ocean engineering. Florida Tech stands for the Space Coast.
If 2020 has taught us anything, is that we must rise together through adversity.
Whether it's a global pandemic, racism, or social injustice, we can only get through these challenges if we work together.
Here at Florida Tech, we're one of the most diverse universities in the world.
There are over 30 states and 30 countries represented in our athletics department alone.
Us Panthers come in many different sizes and colors and express ourselves differently based on gender, sexual orientation, religion, or cultural beliefs.
Our diversity is our greatest strength here at Florida Tech.
We must rise together and be leaders on our campus and in our community.
Together we rise to keep our fellow Panthers, campus, and community.
All right, we go to the top of the 9th inning. Couple defensive changes for Florida Tech. Dylan Owens has come in to catch. And Jack Nagy, who made his season debut at Rollins a couple of nights ago, comes in to play third. So Paul Castillo's night is done, and Blaze Maris's night is done behind the dish. So let's see, leading off for Tampa is number 5, Nick Durr, out of Lakewood Ranch, Florida, and Sarasota High. There's another Sarasota High product. They're all over the state. There's a breaking ball that missed. Luis Morion comes out for his first full inning of work. He came in and got the pinch hitter Freitas on a fly ball to center. So Durr sends this one to right center field, relatively deep, near the warning track, and making the catch, the Panther right fielder is Parrish, one away in the ninth inning. So Durr sent that one a long way.
Shortstop number 11, J.D. Urso.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, J.D. Urso. J.D. is 1 for 3 and a walk. He's gotten on base 3 different times. Walk, fielder's choice, and a single in the 8th inning. And the pitch in for a called strike. And again, Joe Urso, the head coach. J.D. Urso, his son. Joe has 2 sons. Not quite sure what the other son is doing, but J.D. is following in his dad's footsteps and playing at the University of Tampa. Well, it's interesting, Florida State baseball, not nationally ranked currently, but of course Mike Martin's son is now coaching at Florida State. Will J.D. Urso get into coaching down the road? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Ball's fouled off and out of play. I mean, if J.D. gets good enough, hopefully he'll be drafted and he can follow the same road that his dad Joe did. And, again, Joe, 49th round draft choice. Didn't make the majors, but you know what? He had a good time playing with the Angels, minor league system. Again, Lake Elsinore was his final playing stop in the California League. There's a ball whistled foul down the first base side. And again, Lake Elsinore is just north of San Diego. They've gone through a couple of affiliations. They've been a Padres affiliate. They've been a Angels affiliate, and I don't know what they're going to be this year. Of course, there was no minor league baseball last year. They're going to try and come back this year. This one is a one hopper to second. Bernard plays the hop, throws to first in time. So Urso is retired. And Josh Ruley is still in the game. Again, Joe Urso's made some changes, but Ruley still catching. 2 for 3, got hit by a pitch, so he's got 2 singles, also a run scored. So again, Luis Morion, first full inning of work. And he's retired the first 2 batters of this inning, hoping to get to the dugout. Again, Tampa leading 7-1 going in the 9th. And there's a nice big breaking ball by Morion in for a strike. It's 0-1. And the pitch is outside. I'll tell you, when you're a catcher, you'll do different things. Owens kind of stretching out that right leg, not always in the crouch. I think Benito Santiago used to do that like 25 years ago. He does it again. Pitch is high for a ball. Again, if you're a catcher for a long time, you might get bad knees in the long run. Whatever you can do, you save your knees, you're going to do. So 2-1 the count. And the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Ruley. Great pitch by Morion, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 is fouled off and out of play. Certainly one example I can think about in Major League Baseball right now is Buster Posey with the Giants. Buster did not play during the 2020 season. In fact, I think his wife was having a kid. He wanted to be home, but I think he's going to be back with the Giants this year. But he's kind of transitioning into playing some first base as well as catching. There's a breaking ball way inside, and the count goes to 3-2. You know, sometimes you just got to save the knees a little bit. If you're a catcher and you can play another position and save your knees, it's a great idea. So 3-2 the count. That one is ripped foul down the third baseline. Right now, time of the game, about 3 hours and 6 minutes, give or take a minute. So we might get pretty close to 3:27, which was the time of the game for the Rollins game 2 nights ago. Again, we're in the top of the ninth. There's a pitch that did not break outside, and Rulai walks. So 2-out walk given up by Morion to Rulai. That is the 6th walk allowed by Panther pitching. First one by Morion. And here's Jose Cadenas. And nice breaking ball in for a call. So I can tell you for Morion so far, that breaking ball has been very nice. Strike one to count on Cadenas, who does not have a hit tonight, but he did put down a nice bunt where he drove in a run from third, scoring Urso back in the 4th inning. Pitch misses for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Kind of got that bunt down into no man's land on the grass between the mound and third base, forcing Castillo to field it, and the run scored easily. Again, Tampa up 7-1 here in the top of the ninth. 2 outs, runner on first. Morion with the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Nagy, now playing third, throws to second. Nice play there. 5-4 fielder's choice, and that retires the side. So no scoring for Tampa in their half of the ninth inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Last call for Florida Tech. They're going to have their hitting shoes on. They are down by 6. It is Tampa 7 and Florida Tech 1. Well, again, J.C. Miles with you, FloridaTechSports.com. All right, let's give you some more baseball quotes. I became a good pitcher when I stopped trying to make them miss the ball and started trying to make them hit the ball. That's what I've been saying. All right, 17 is coming in. Michael DeMoe, left-handed pitcher, a junior, out of Orlando, Timber Creek High, a Palm Beach State College transfer. Again, that quote, I became a good pitcher when I stopped trying to make them miss the ball and started trying to make them hit it. Sandy Koufax. Well, I'll tell you think about Sandy Koufax and you think about Jim Brown with the Cleveland Browns. I mean, those two, they played maybe 5 or 6 years each. Boy, how great could they have been if they kept playing? I mean, for 5 or 6 years, those are the dominating guys in the 60s in football and baseball, respectively. All right, here's one more quote. I got to get this one. This is a gem. Baseball, it is said, is only a game. True. And the Grand Canyon is only a hole in Arizona. George Will, Men at Work. Very nice. George Will, man, he's a legend. Men at Work, one of the great baseball books. I read it about 30 years ago. So, again, Michael DeMoe, who throws a fastball, a slider, and a change. He will not get credit for a save here. This is what you would typically call mop-up duty. He is in for the Spartans. For DeMoe, this is only his second appearance. In fact, he's pitched just 2/3 of an inning so far. He's allowed a hit. He has walked 2. He has struck out 1. In fact, he's only faced 3 batters in this young season. Again, barring something unforeseen, Tampa is going to improve to 5-1 on the year. And the pitch in for a called strike. Diego Garcia leading things off for the Panthers. Oh, pinch hitter? Okay. And the pitch is ripped to left, but it's foul. So 24, Josh Ford is leading off. God. Man. Ford, a freshman out of Melbourne. Oh, he went to Melbourne High. Another Melbourne High Bulldog in the on the roster of Greg Winkelmeier. And the pitch in for a call, strike 3. So Ford is called out on pitches. Again, he was pinch hitting for Garcia. And another pinch hitter. Hayden Kimball, who's had a few at-bats this year, not too much. He is pinch hitting for Elridge. Pitch to Kimball. This is for a ball. It's ball 1. And in fact, Kimball is 0 for 2 on the year. He does have a run scored, however. So he's looking for his first hit in a Panther uniform. Kimball pitch misses to Kimball, and it's 2-0. Kimball out of Ocala, horse country. Swung on and missed, and it's 2-1. Well, again, when somebody wears the number 37 in baseball, I think of only one person. Charles Casey Stengel. Pitch in for a strike, 2-2. Well, again, no team was better than the Yankees from 1949 to 1953. 5 consecutive World Series titles managed by Mr. Stengel. The old professor. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Well, again, the Mets have, I think it's 4 numbers retired, and certainly one of those is Stengel, along with Seaver and a couple of others, maybe Piazza. Yes, very good. That was confirmed. I hope they retired David Wright's number. Boy, Wright, what a impact he had on the Mets, just a short career. Pitch in for a call, strike 3. Kimball thought he could go to first, but didn't say mother may I. So, pretty impressive here by the pitcher, DeMo. 2 strikeouts. Gets Ford looking, and gets so 2 outs and nobody on. Gets Kimball looking. And the pitch in for a strike. So this is Dylan Owens' first trip to the plate. Again, straight up swap for Maris. Came in to catch. So Florida Tech down to their final out of this one. Pitch misses for a ball. So it appears the Panthers' 6-game winning streak is going to come to an end. And Tampa's winning streak is going to increase to number 4. And the 1-1 is a pop-up foul straight back, and Florida Tech now down to their final strike. It's 1-2. Well, again, 6-game winning streak, not bad. I mean, Greg Winkelmeier so far has to feel pretty good about this season. But again, you run into Tampa. They are a powerhouse. Every single year, Joe Urso has managed the team. They have made the postseason. Just an incredible run. 20 years in, this is his 21st year. Ball fouled off and out of play. I mean, the measuring stick for Sunshine State Conference baseball for quite a few years has been Tampa. I mean, Florida Southern, they had a national championship in 2005. Lynn has had one, and Nova's had one. And again, Tampa, they have had 8 in their history. High pop-up foul and out of play. I mean, the program was pretty successful before Urso came. I mean, they had 3 national titles as a school, but Urso comes, and again, he's had 5 in 20 years. I'll tell you, if you're a baseball coach and you're winning a national title every 3 or 4 years, you'll get to keep your job. That's a pretty good run. 1-2 pitch is line foul down the first base side. So Owens giving Leisure a battle. It's 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch by Leisure is a high chopper up the middle. Shortstop up with it. Urso throws to first in time, and that is the ball game. So a 1-2-3 inning by Leisure, his second one of the game. That's actually the 4th time that Florida Tech went down in order in this one, and this one belongs to the Tampa Spartans. They win it by the score of 7-1. Final line totals, Tampa, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For Florida Tech, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. Winning pitcher is Paul, who improves to 3-0 in the year, and the losing pitcher is Villa. He drops to 1-2. Let's do a quick wrap-up of this one as it's getting a little bit colder. I'm still doing all right, but looking forward to getting indoors, I think. All right, Tampa got a run in the first inning, RBI double by Cumbo. Florida Tech actually tied the game in the 3rd inning. The only run they would score tonight, RBI ground out by Newton, scoring Maris, and that would be it for the Panthers scoring. Tampa would add single runs in the 4th and 5th. Let's see, one of them was just a bunt on an RBI, a ground out. They added 1 more in the 7th inning. And then they broke it open, pretty much putting this game to bed with a 3-run 8th inning. And again, they go on to win it by the score of 7-1. Well, I'm J.C. Meyerholtz. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the ball game. Again, Florida Tech and Tampa, they'll turn around and play a doubleheader tomorrow over in Tampa. Again, you can go to FloridaTechSports.com, go to the Watch Live button, and you can watch that game. Again, a 9-inning game and a 7-inning game tomorrow, and then you can come on back to the home broadcast on Thursday as Florida Tech is scheduled to play Barry next Thursday. That'll be the next home broadcast.